After a very long break.
It has been a while. I don't know. It's been 2, 3 weeks at least. I know.
Exactly.
Between vacations and July heat and everything else, I don't know.
Exactly.
So welcome in everybody. Good to see you in. Good to see you, Billy Joe. Angel Wings, nice to see you in. Felicity, lovely Quinn Liggins Davis. I thought it was Lively. Quinn Lively. Is that the same with Quinn Lively? Was it Lively at one point or something? I don't know.
No, it's lovely. I think,
Yeah, I thought
I
it was
don't
like
think Quinn, have you changed your names? Have you changed your name? I think it was always lovely, or it may have been in a different order.
I thought it was like Lovely Quinn Lively or something. So or Quinn Lively or something. Anyway, Collective Capricorn, nice to see you in as well. Everybody, tonight we are going to be just no list again. So we are not going to be necessarily seeing a list. However, what we do say is if you have a question, ask the question. And if we're drawn to your question, we will answer your question. Again, we won't be taking a list. So whenever you pop in, I totally understand that hey, I've been here since whatever. But the question is, if you give us a question that we're drawn to, we will definitely read that question. So that is today's modus operandi, shall we say.
Hey,
so,
Libra Queen.
so I'm going to actually.
I had to break out my selenite. It's been a rough week, and today is Wednesday, so
So be careful with the love readings, folks. You may not like what you get.
not the Grim Reaper of Love. You don't want her to do it.
Let's see. Today's readings are based on your. Actually, I'm typing as we speak based on. What you got planned for the weekend, Angie? Anything exciting?
Nothing. I'm working this weekend. Next weekend we're going to Florida for my niece's graduation. So this weekend we're gonna oh, actually I do. I totally forgot just that fast. My mom was gonna be like, what? I'm taking my mom out. I'm taking her shopping and to dinner this weekend. So we're either going Saturday or Sunday.
Is she still here?
She's still here. She is staying here until we go to Florida next week. And then
Mm-hmm.
she will leave from Florida and go back to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll be here through we leave Wednesday night, so she'll be here through Wednesday of next week.
Nice, nice. Is she? How can she? Now she's from. Is she still in Michigan?
She's from Michigan, yeah. Or she still lives in Michigan, yes.
How can she? Does she? The heat doesn't. She's okay with it.
Oh no, the heat bothers her. She usually does not come this time of the year. She has settled on either coming late fall or early like January. She doesn't usually come this time of the year. And if she does, she just stays in the house. Like I think I've said it before, she makes us drop her off at the door when we're going to the store, pick her up at the door. She does not go outside a lot. Um, but she gonna be out there this weekend because we going shopping.
Nice, nice. Well, I can tell you, they say it's supposed to finally get below 110 this weekend. Now, I won't believe it till I see it.
The guy on the news was so disgusted this morning, Don. I was watching the news at 5 a.m. getting dressed because I went walking at 5 o'clock. It was 101 degrees when I went walking today. I was sweating like a hooker in church. Seriously, like just pouring sweat everywhere. And I walked 3 miles. And he was like, I've never seen it be this hot in the morning since I've been back. And you could just see the disgust on his face. He was like, this is ridiculous. He was so unhappy.
I did not see it, but somebody brought it to my attention. They mentioned it, and I figured it's going to wind up on some of the social media soon.
He thought that it was going to probably be another record that we broke because I think the highest low that we had was 97. And so they said we never dipped under 100 last night. So we were at 101 at Sky Harbor this morning.
Mm-hmm. Lord have mercy. I know we are, 20 some days or now into 30 days of the heat of over 110. It's something like that. Everybody, again, you don't have to ask if we can do a question. Give us a question. If we see that we're drawn to your question, we will answer that question. We will try to read for that question.
Vanessa Cartwright is from Michigan. Hey, Miss Vanessa. Yes, I am from Michigan. I've been here for 15 years. So technically, the cold is not recommended at all. Literally not my fault.
Let's start with Blue Ocean today.
I was looking at her too, and then that person, last name Jordan, I like her.
Mm-hmm.
She said it was her first time. I like her. Angel Wing says it's been fire everywhere. I was also talking to Lisa Ann, and she was saying that they were saying something about the Gulf Stream being messed up because it's so hot, and by 2025 it would be gone, and it would the water was so warm in Florida that it was boiling the fish. I said that's why the shark are eating everybody. They think it's a crab boil. They just eating on it.
Exactly. Anything that moves, they're going to eat. Lord have mercy. So, Blue Ocean, can I get reading for what is coming in my finances and career until the end of this year? Yes, you can. Blue Ocean, it's been a while since I've seen you. Welcome in. Welcome back
I was
in.
just gonna say that I've not seen her before.
Mm-hmm.
I immediately saw Pentacles falling, so for me that's a 10 of Pentacles, which is a good thing. I keep seeing the word job, 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 job flashing. Are you looking for a new job? It's on my right side. It's coming by September. A new job. Are you looking for a new job? It doesn't seem like a promotion. It seems like a totally different shift from one building to another building. So I feel like you're leaving your job and going to a new job. So I feel like a new because I see the word job, job, job flashing in red. And again, you're moving from one building to the next building. And as you move from this other building, it seems to be in a whole nother place. So it could be in another city, a little bit further away. I hear 30 minutes. Maybe your commute will be 30 minutes if you decide to take this job. Definitely more money. Why do I keep hearing EMT? Are you in the medical field? I heard EMT or something like that. Are you in the medical field? Are you thinking of going to a whole new industry like in the medical field? So, because I see like they're showing me like the bed, the gurney that you use when you're an EMT and you're putting it inside of there. So either you've had a medical emergency or you said you're not in the medical field. Are you thinking about going into the medical field? Because they're showing me an ambulance. So or that could just be a 911. Like, or is it urgent that you have a new job or that you get new income? Because that could be what that is. 911 for me or the medical field. It seems urgent because I keep seeing the flashing lights. But it feels like a medical emergency. You said you're not in a medical field, and I'm getting the ambulance. I'm getting the gurney putting somebody in there, but I don't feel like you're the person on the gurney. You're outside while they're putting the person in the back of the car. So I thought that you were probably an EMT, but you're saying no, you work with computers. You're not a 911 operator? You said work with computers. I'm getting this emergency with the ambulance and with the EMT. I keep hearing the word EMT. But I do get that you are going to get a new job. I do see you moving from one building. Is your building that you work in now a dark color brick building with a big glass window? And then I see you moving over to another building that may be a lighter tan color building. So the new building is about the color of Don's background, that light tan, and your older building seems to be it could be a hospital job. And your older building seems to be a darker color, brick color, with a big window, and you're leaving it. You're not even looking back to say bye. You're just ready to go on to a new place, and you're gonna get additional money. So I get a good thing from it. So that's what I got. Yes, the office has large windows. Yep, that's what I see. So I feel like you're leaving there to go to this new place that is a lot better. Um, the front of the new place, this lighter is more of a cylinder like shape in the front, or like it has a column or something in the front. It's more of that cylinder kind of rounded part of the front of the structure. You'll know it when you see it. I just heard that you'll know the building when you see it. Like if you have to go in for the interview, I feel like you'll have to do an in-person interview, not an over the phone interview. And you'll really like it. You'll like your coworkers. I don't know if you're having problems with your coworkers, but I get that you'll like your new coworkers and it'll be fun because I see like balloons and celebration and you guys like doing themes for the holidays and you enjoying your new environment. It's a fresh new start. They're showing me I'm getting the smell of like orange and lemon, so that's fresh for me. A citrus smell, so that's a fresh new start for me. So that's what I got for her, Donna.
Um, I decided to pull cards for you, Blue Ocean, just to kind of get a feel for what, or just kind of get an understanding of what I was pulling for or feeling, and because I was feeling a lot of change around you, and I think Angie felt it too. That's the change card. But
Yeah.
this change is change that is not something you set in motion. So whether you decide to make a move or not, I think you're going to be moved. Because again, this is that change card, and but the good part is it's going to give you an opportunity to make choices. And again, you're going to have choices, so you're not going to be just stranded or anything like that. And so opportunities will come your way, and you're both of them are going to be better than where you are now. It's interesting too because I think that right now you're kind of in a higher tension situation, and so this is going to help you relax a little more because I think it's going to bring down the boiling point for you, so you won't have to kind of be on guard all the time, because I'm getting the feeling like maybe you're on guard quite often as you in the situation you're in now. You know, it's like you sometimes feel like you're under attack or something. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. Anyway, and then the other thing that I'm getting from that, of course, is that Page of Cups saying again with that news of the new opportunity, that is also news of again a happier environment, a happier time for you. So I know that that's going to be good. You have the Three of Pentacles, which is wonderful. So I think you're going to be working in an environment with professionals who do something like counseling or legal or something where people come to get advice or they get assistance, because this is that card that usually goes with that. And you may be one of the people that they're doing this with. So keep that in mind as well. And then there's the Page of Swords. So there's a lot of page energy here, which is interesting. The Page of Swords is you thinking differently, because I think that maybe you've gotten into a comfort zone, or you've gotten into a space where you're you just go on autopilot. And I think that the shakeup, that change is needed to shake you up a little bit and to take you off autopilot and help you to understand that you have control over your career, you have control over your life, and that you shouldn't leave things on autopilot. You should always be in control, even when you're doing the same job over and over again, month after month, week after week. You still need to control it. You need to control the environment. You need to control this stuff. So it's like, again, once you give control, once you surrender control and say, okay, I'm on autopilot gets you exactly what you're getting. Autopilot gets you what everybody else gets. It's like it's not a good way to do it. So I'm thinking this is a shakeup for you, because it's like get off of autopilot to get back into your life, get back in taking charge of your life, and don't let things just happen. That's kind of what I'm getting for you. And this will be taking place before somewhere around the middle of fall. So I'm guessing somewhere around.
I got September.
Yep, September, October is what I was getting. Yep,
it's getting to that end of the year. Yeah.
Yep. So don't be surprised in January what you celebrate for your New Year's will be the fact that life has changed for you in a much better way. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Billy Joe, we've had conversations over and over again about your rent and your place. The thing that you need to do, Billy Joe, and this is not psychic, this is me just telling you, is that you need to look for a excuse me.
Bless you.
Okay. Now got the cobwebs gone. The thing that you need to do, Billy Joe, in my opinion, is look for landlords who are private landlords. Because when you have a situation that you are facing that you have hurdles with your application, the people who will give your application a view much easier than others, you have two options. One is you get a place you wouldn't want because it's not a place rentable, but that's why they want you, because they can take advantage of your situation, which is, again, something you don't want. But the second thing that you want to do is find a private person who will rent to you. Again, look for a property, a home, an apartment, a condo, or whatever that is privately owned. And with the private owner, you can actually put together an application and prepare a letter explaining your situation, how you got there, and how things were improving, and how you will be a benefit to them, and submit that with your application. So again, when you ask a question, the reality is you have a lot to do with whether you get it or not. You're looking in the wrong places. It can be done. It should be done. It will be done. But change your focus and look for private owners who are renting places. And when you find that, you will probably find what you're looking for. I've been a landlord forever, so I can tell you that I have my rules and I broke them very seldom. But when I did, it was because they put together a letter and gave me a reason why I should put the risk out there. Because the one thing I can tell your landlord says is that we evict you when we hire you. In other words, when you walk in my door, as soon as I give you a lease, that's when I've evicted you, because that's where I've made my choice, whether it's wise or not. And so that is the exact thing that I think when somebody walks in. Will I be evicting this person? Does this person meet my criteria? If
He
they
also may need to find a company like Valley King. That's a company here that does like they're like a second chance place. They have a list of realtors who or property owners who will give you a second chance, and you go through them, and they help you to get yourself in order to pay your deposits and get all of your monthly fees together in order to rent from a place, and they can help you find some places that are a little bit more credible. Alexa, and I don't even care what her question is, but I want to do her because she said, Angie, you look so beautiful, looking so tiny, my friend. Look, y'all, I've been working out like a crazy person, and Lord help me. She is my friend for that. You get a gold star today, Alexa Ann.
Alexa, what's your question? You go to the top of the class. Hey, Julie, nice to see you in. Also, good to see you in, Jojo, and also Linda. Nice to see you back from your vacation. Um,
Oh yeah, Miss Linda is back. She's been a world traveler. Miss Linda is a lady of leisure.
mhm,
She is getting it in, getting it in.
absolutely.
Alexa Ann, I know you didn't ask a love question, and you know I'm the Grim Reaper of love, but I keep hearing father of the bride. Are you getting ready to get married? Or are you I keep hearing father of the bride, and they're actually showing me the movie. Who's the dad in Father of the Bride?
Steve
Um,
Martin.
see, they're showing me that as in father of the bride. So are you getting married, or there's something to do with marriage because I keep hearing father of the bride. Um, and I heard get your love list ready. My fiance passed in December. I heard get your love list ready. Were you planning a wedding at the time and then it didn't go through because I heard father of the bride and they showed me Steve Martin. I don't remember the movie because I didn't. If I saw it, I only saw bits and pieces of it. Oh wait, you said yes. I don't know what the yes is. You were getting ready to have the wedding and then he passed. Okay, so that's why I see Father the Bride. But I heard get your love list ready, like a new love is coming. And it seems to be like you're approved to go and find somebody else. Like maybe you're holding on to the fiance, like, oh, it's too soon. I should have to wait. And he doesn't want you, or your fiance doesn't want you living in misery of his passing. Like, your fiance wants you to move on and move forward and be happy because it grieves your fiance when you are living in such a sad sunken place. Like I feel like you're still grieving your fiance, and I heard get your love list ready, so maybe a new love is coming in. um Maybe it's an older gentleman. Maybe that's why they're showing me because they keep showing me father of the bride, and they keep specifically showing me the father in there. But it's funny. So maybe this person is funny. You need some laughter in your life. You seem to be a little bit down, but this person is going to make you laugh. You have not met this person yet, but he is coming. Um, I heard 6 months is long enough. So you would be in like your seventh month, sixth or seventh month since your fiance passed. So I heard 6 months is long enough. You can move forward and you could be fine with it. Um, I feel like when you get married this time, it'll be non-traditional. You won't have a traditional dress. You'll have a little cute white dress. Um, and you'll be less stressed about it. You won't be so persnickety about everything. Like it has to be every I dotted, every T dotted, the flowers here, the place that is here. You'll be very off the cuff, very off of a whim, and let's just do it and let's just make it happen versus let's doing all the pomp and circumstance. You are holding on, and that's okay. They're saying your fiance is saying you can go ahead and move on. There's no guilt in moving forward. I feel like you feel like if you move on, it'll be too soon. But they're saying go ahead. There's nothing he can do for you as a deceased person. He can't give you the love and nurturing and comfort and human touch that you want. Like you can still communicate with him and he can be around and spiritually you can feel him, but he can't give you the love that he wants you to receive. And so it's that they really want you to move forward. And Greendale or green something. Is there something about a city with the word green in it? Greendale, green something. They're showing me the word green, and it has to do with a city. I'm thinking, are you thinking about moving to green to someplace that has the word green in it, or someplace green, because I see the word green and it says like Greendale or something like that is what I hear, Greendale. But I feel like you're relocating. They showed me a big porch. They showed me like a southern style porch, where you can sit on the front and would like have a swing on it and a little white trim gate or fencing around the how around the porch area. It's a gray kind of house with a white fence that goes around the front porch area. So, are you looking for a house, or is this a house that you just moved in? Because they're showing me the house, but they're showing me the porch, so you've never been inside the house. You're seeing it as you walk up to the house. So that's what I got for you thus far. Did you have anything?
Um, the I wouldn't say the only, but one of the things that came to me um, clearest is that no, um,
There's something about that Greendale because they keep at saying it over to me over and over and over again. Greendale, Greendale. So the Greendale means something.
I need to I need to say this, but it's like right now I have a sarcastic spirit. Okay, that's with me. It's not. It's my spirit guide, right? One of my spirit guides, and so I'm trying to find the best way to put this, Alexa Ann, so where it comes off as intended and not as it could be received. And I can't find a good way to put it. Okay, so so please bear with me. I promise I'm meaning this in a good way, but I can't find a better way to say it than the spirit has told me to say it. So again, bear with me. If you all get offended easy, turn the volume down. Right now, because this is one of those times that people get offended. It's like if that's the case, get offended. And even maybe you, Alexa, and if you're a little touchy, a little prickly, maybe you may want to say, just stop there and we're good. Which I'll wait. Tell me a minute if you want me to move forward, okay? Because I'm okay with that. Okay, this is what my spirit told me. He died, you didn't. Get over the get over it, okay? And again, I could not find a better way to say it, and I don't mean it in a terrible way. But what I mean is that he does not want this for you. He does not want you to dwell on his passing. You're young. You have a life in front of you. He does not want you sitting back and dwelling on the fact that he's not here. That only serves one purpose, and that's for you and not for him. And it's for you for letting people know that you still care. But there are other ways to do that. And so you need to move on. You've given enough time. People who knew you and know you understood you loved him. There was no question of that. And yes, there is some survivor's guilt. You're on one side, he's on the other, and you're thinking, why not me? It could have been whatever. That's not even the issue. The issue is this, is that you cannot continue to live this way. It's just not healthy. And the spirit is telling me that he would not want this for you either. So again, you are living, he is not. You need to start moving forward. Now, what you do is you take this experience, you take these moments, and you take the understanding that you've grown from this, and you keep it in your heart with him. He is now part of you. He will never go away. As long as his memory is alive in you, he is alive. Okay, so keep that in mind. But most importantly, you just need to move on, because how long? How long? Who sets a number? Who sets a timeline? Who sets a date? Who sets that arbitrary date of when is enough enough? The point is, Alexa, yes, that you've done what you need to do. You were the diligent fiance. You were the diligent widowed fiance, whatever you want to call it. The point is that it's now time for you to move forward. Again, bringing all that you learned and all the love that you had along with you, and move into a time now where you start working on you. You do the healing process, you do the moving forward process, you start looking for a relationship. And you don't have to look for a relationship and take that back because they're like, no, 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 I'm telling you not. So they just stopped me there because I jumped and they're like, no, no. They're saying don't look for a relationship because a relationship will find you. So don't look for a relationship. Don't go
I
out.
get that's the love list. I think they were talking about Don. Like, get your list. Like, what do you want from love?
Yeah.
But I feel like he was also a lesson. Like her fiance was a lesson in how
Mhm.
good love can be, or what you want, or what you should seek going
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah. So again, do me that favor. Just again, put in perspective situation. Know that you did the rightful amount of mourning and those things. You did and there's no question you didn't care for him. But now you move forward with it, and you move forward with your life, and you bring those lessons with you. You bring that knowledge, that love, all those things that was meant to be. They were there for a reason. And it's interesting because I want pull one card. This is your path. You're on your path. This is your path. So again, I don't think this would have been any different at any other. This is what was intended. You are living that path. You are walking your path, and this was meant to, unfortunately, be part of your path. So know that as you move forward, that again, you're on your path. Okay, and so that's what I'm saying. Focus and just be happy that you had that experience, that you had, and no matter how good or bad it may have been, the point is you had the experience, and that from that you will take a lot. And again, the memory will be there. The memory does not go away. And it's funny how it's interesting. Somebody said, "Oh, it gets easier over time." No, it doesn't. It doesn't get easier over time. What happens is there you live like say this is your life, right? You've lived this much of your life, and so this little part in here of all of this was that moment with him. Okay, and then as your life grew, that still is here, but it's a much smaller number because of the number of experiences you've had. So it doesn't necessarily get easier or smaller because it doesn't change in that way. In my opinion, it's still there. It's just that you have so many more other things as well that compete for that moment in time and that history and that feeling. And then when you get the trigger, and that trigger brings you right back. And I will tell you that happens every day. With my dad, I was walking through the other day, and I saw this thing said Papa Bear, and instantly I was back with my dad before he passed away. And here, I put him out, he's kind of there, but he's in the background. And that brought me right back to the house and the weeks that I spent as he was finding his way in this transition. And I was right back there, and it still felt like it did then. It didn't feel any worse, any better. It was like, okay, but it was a lesser of an experience because I had so many more beyond it. Okay, and that's what I'm offering to you.
I also think that sometimes we think if we hold on to that pain or to that moment and grieve them, it'll it'll make them be proud of us, or it'll make them, feel a certain way about us. They don't want you to remember us in our pain. Imagine if you were dying. Would you want your family remembers to think of you when you how you died or how you lived? I want you to remember me how I lived. How great was my life? How much fun did we have together? Remember the last trip that we took together. Remember all the fun things we did, all the things that I did to make you laugh. Don't remember my last tragic moment. I would never want you to remember that. That is awful. I also have a question. Is there a little dog, a little golden, a little when I say a little dog, like the dog they're showing to me is a little dog that's about maybe, it's not a big, huge dog. It's a lap dog, a little golden dog that they keep showing me, this little dog. Um,
She says
and I
yes.
can't, there is a dog.
She
You
just
just
got
got
her.
her. Okay. Because there's so much love in this dog. Does the dog just sit on your lap and you just kind of brush his back all the time and you feel so, oh my gosh, yes, this little cute little foo-foo dog. I want to say a little foo-foo dog that you have. And I feel like it just radiates so much love. And you just sit there, you just rub its back sometime, and you just kind of, you're pouring that love into that dog because you don't know what else to do. You need something to love. And that is okay to pour your love in there. Again, I have Bertram, my little fish. I needed something to love in the interim of trying to find a love. And so I pour all this love into my little Bertram, and I talk to my little Bertram. I I feed him. He is my therapy. So be okay with your dog being your therapy, and love on him. But he radiates such a light on you when he's laying on your lap and you're rubbing his back. And I feel like you hand feed like little treats to the little dog. It's such a cute little dog. And it also makes you feel better. Go ahead and understand that love. I think you're thinking like, oh, is this a gift from my fiance? And I feel like it is kind of that love radiating or that loving feeling that you got from your fiance, but it is not your fiance. It's just that love being poured, giving, being reciprocated. You needed a love, and this is the love that is being given to you. So I don't know that it's your fiance giving it to you, but it could just be spirit supplying you or letting you know. Because when I had the desire to get that fish, I didn't understand why I was overwhelmingly wanting this fish, and I fought it and I fought it and I fought it. And finally, I asked why, and I was told you need something to love. And so this is you just needing something to love, and you're okay. Go ahead and love that, spoil that little dog, because I feel like you feel like you're going a little bit over the top. Go ahead and do whatever you need to do to pull you forward. Your grieving process is different than anybody else's. And if you need to do this to move yourself forward, go ahead and move forward. But I do see you loving on this little puppy, and it is really, really, really bringing you joy. And go ahead and do it. And hearing that it's okay, but I'm getting that it's a gift from the universe or your higher power, like your God source, not your fiance. She is spoiled. Exactly. My little Bertram is so spoiled rotten. Like, he has such an attitude with me, and would not come to the top of the tank because I don't know if I didn't clean the tank out fast enough or I do whatever. But I was just like, Bertram, what is wrong with you? Why won't you come up here? And he stayed in his little house. Like, I thought I was going to find him at the bottom of the tank. I was knocking on the glass. I was moving stuff around and he wouldn't come up there for like 2 days. And finally he came up there. He has such a little attitude. I'm just saying, go ahead and love on your little foo foo dog and be okay with it. It's okay. It's the love that you need to give. You have all this love that you want to give, and this just allows you to give that love. So go ahead and do it. Hey, angels. Miss Alexa, I'm glad that you dropped in. You give your energy gives me a warmth and a loving feeling. Like I want to be teary eyed, but it's such a joyous feeling that I don't want to cry. I just want to feel good. Like your energy feels good. I feel like this reading really, really lifted your spirits and opened your eyes and gave you permission to move forward. You didn't know if it had been enough time to grieve or if you had done what was appropriate in the eyes of, oh, my fiance's gone. What's appropriate for you may not be appropriate for everybody else, and nobody can tell you how to move forward. So this, I feel like this reading gave you the permission to move forward that you needed to do.
And I believe that he would not hesitate to give you the same advice.
Is somebody's birthday coming up? Like, is his birthday coming up or your birthday coming up? Because I'm getting cake, something about a purple cake or some. There's a purple cake for you, Miss Alexa. So there's a birthday or some kind of celebration coming up, and there's purple cake, or it's purple cake. They're clearly saying purple cake, but they're saying eat the cake and have the celebration. I feel like it's a birthday, somebody's birthday. Is it your birthday? Mine just passed. My cake was purple. Okay, so he wanted you to let you know he saw you eating the purple cake. Okay, all right, that's what because I clearly saw the purple cake and the celebration and the balloons. I just got chills on that. So that is what he wanted you to know. It was like a warm hug for me. Like it literally felt like somebody was hugging me from behind. Is that something that he used to do? Come up from behind you and hug you? It felt like a warm hug to me. So he wanted you to know that he saw you on your birthday. He was pleased with you. Did you get a gift of some kind of gold necklace? Did somebody buy you a gold necklace? Or has he bought you that in the past? Yes, he did come behind you. Okay. He wanted you to know that. He wants you to know that he is still loving on you in his physical absence, but in his spiritual presence, he's still loving on you. And he's comforting you until you're ready to move forward. But it is time to move forward. Okay. So that's all I got for Miss Alexa. Oh, I love that. I did get a necklace. He showed me the necklace. Oh my gosh. Now that I feel like is a gift. Like I felt like that was something that he prompted whoever gave it to you to give to you. That seems like a gift from him. So that I do see. All right. Oh my gosh, Miss Alexa, I love that. That is so cute.
They were meant to be here today at this time with you, Angie.
I love it. Oh. Okay,
So
Miss Alexa, I hope you have a great rest of your day.
next is Um, Sienna, is that Sienna? Sienna Jordan? Sienna, are you still here, by the way?
Oh, she just said, "Did you get to me yet?" I
Oh,
had to close Facebook app and reopen it. No, we're right on you right now.
your timing could not have been better.
You were perfect.
I am telling you. Do 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 do
Okay.
do do do.
Okay. So she didn't. She said, "Can you do a reading for me? General is okay. If you have a specific question, you can go ahead and type it in. But otherwise, they're showing me like a like you going down a water slide, like a adventurous time, fun time with the kids, and something in a backyard. Did you just move into a house? Or are you looking to move into a back house? Because I feel like this is like a home. This is like a celebration or a backyard party or some kind of party with kids, and you're going down a water slide. So this is an adventurous and fun time for you. I heard looking. You're looking for a house. Is that correct? I feel like that's what you're doing. You're looking for a house. I heard it's on the way. Just be patient. Um, there's something about 62, and I don't know if that's thousand. Like, is it 62,000 less than what you were looking to pay? Or there's something about a 62,000. Um, what did I say? I'm looking to move into a new home. Oh my gosh, you said exactly what I was saying. There's something about 62,000. So this is either it was 62,000 more than what you expected, or it's going to be reduced 62,000. Have you already found a home, or you're looking for a home? Because they said it's coming. The house will be there soon. You'll be in there before the snow. They're showing me the snow, and you seem to be in the house. And since you're having this party in the backyard, I feel like you'll have it just before the summer is over. Hi, gosh, calling out Angel. Hi, Bonnie. Yes, hey, Bonnie, how are you doing? So I did hear the house is coming. Just be patient. And there's something about $62,000 regarding the house. Either it's going to be $62,000 less, or it was $62,000 more than you thought it was going to be. But the house is coming. It's a beautiful house. Do you have little littles? I feel like you have under fives. That's what I call a little, like under five. And they're in the backyard playing and you're having a really good time, like there's a barbecue. You really want to have some home time or some fun. I don't feel like there's a pool, but you have like a splash or some kind of some well, if there's a slide, then maybe you wet the slide, or there's some kind of water in the backyard which you're playing with the kids, and there's balloons, so maybe it's a birthday party or something like that. So I do feel like that is positive. So what I'm getting is a yes on actually they changed it to a hell yes on the house. Just continue to keep praying. Do you have a vision board, and you have the house that you want on the vision board? Because they're showing me a house that has like the front of it has like a triangle part like this on one part of the house. The rest of it isn't like that, but I feel like the door area or some part of the front of the house has a triangle area on it. And it's either a brick house. So are you in like the Southern Carolina area like that? I found a number of good options.
Angie, can you explain to folks what a vision board is and what it does?
Oh, a vision board. It's like, a lot of people, and people make their vision boards different, but usually they get like one of those big poster boards, and you can do it by theme. You can be like, oh, this is what I want in my career. And you find pictures and quotes and words and different things that represent what it is that you want in life. So I had a vision board and I wanted a certain car. So if I was going to do a vision board and I wanted all these things, I would put like a Cadillac truck on there because that's what I want. And then I have a house that I want. So I would put a picture of the house that I want on there. I might put the job title that I want on there. I might put the salary that I might want on there. I might put a quote on there. If there's a certain body type that I want, I might put that figure on there, what I want to look like, or the weight that I want to be, or just what just some positive things about it, like what I want to do. If there's a certain career I want to do, I want to go into the medical field, I might put a stethoscope on there. If I want to be a lawyer, I might put some weights and balance, the little weight things on there that represents that. So you put the things on there that represent the vision or the goals or the things that you desire. So I feel like you have a vision board and you have the house on there. She says your neighbors have what I described, not you. Um, no, this is going to be your home. This isn't theirs. They clearly said, no, not your neighbors. This is yours. So maybe you're moving from theirs because this is a new, brand new. This is a new build. This doesn't seem to be an older home that you're moving in. This seems to be a new build in a new community that you're going. And there's something about the schools is very, very important to you also, or what area you're in. But I get yes on the house. If you don't have a vision board, then you need to get a vision board and put it up. And there's some addresses. There's a 1507 or something like that. What's the 1507? There's something about 62,000. Then there's a 1507 that has to do with the address. Clearly, the 1507 is something to do with the address. There may be another number, 15207, but there's a 15 and a 07. So it may be 15207 for the address on the house. There's a 62,000, and then there's a lot of green grass in the backyard. Oh my gosh, listen to Bonnie saying, Angie, you look like you lost weight. I love y'all. But I am so distracted. But anyway, or is it Sienna? I really do feel like the house is coming definitely before the snow hits the ground. They're showing me the snow, but you're already moved in by the time the snow happens, and you're already having like a barbecue in the backyard of your house. So it is definitely coming. So that's what I got for you.
I'm going to turn to a tarot deck, actually.
Are you young? I feel like you're young. So maybe this is your future coming, but you will be moving into this house very soon. I do see that.
Sienna, are you well, not, I'm going to ask. I'm just going to say what I'm getting, okay? Instead of asking, don't feed the reader. Anyway, Sienna, I see that I see. I think I'm seeing you change careers. I'm seeing you thinking of a number of different possibilities. But what I'm seeing is you said I'm happy now, fairly young at age 30. Okay, but I'm in reference to career again. I don't think you're that happy with the career where you are, and I think that there's something better. Again, I'm getting this perseverance card, so it's like I'm getting the feeling like you're not completely happy where you are with your job, and so I see that you need to put the feelers out there. You need to get the word out there that you're looking for something, if indeed you are looking for something, and I'm getting the feeling that you are. Are you looking into are you in the field of something that gives advice? So it's like a lawyer, a doctor, an architect, something that, again, where they advise, they counsel.
Life coach?
I'm saying what?
Life coach?
Could be that too. I'm just getting the feeling like that this is the area that you need to be looking at or concentrating in is some kind of field where you again are some advice or counseling. I'm happy with her message for me, not as far as career is concerned. I would like to do something fulfilling. I enjoy psychology. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so I think that you should. I'm getting the feeling again like that this has been, pulling on you, but I do see that you're making a change, starting to make the change, and that's before the end of the year. And I'm being told to tell you to reach out and get advice from people who are in the field. Also find out how you go about doing what you need to do and get the right certificates, the right education, those kind of things to make it happen. But I do see you in a field of, and as you say, psychology at the end. It's something where you're giving advice and counseling and helping people, because I think that this is where this is your strongest suit. I think your communication skills are amazing. I'm getting the feeling like you can communicate very well. I'm getting the feeling like that you're not somebody who when you have an opinion, you're very good at, articulating it. So again, then that's important, because again, they're making it clear to me that your communication skills are your very strong point. So use those to your advantage. Also, I believe you're analytical. I'm getting this analytical feel. I'm getting a feeling like you're somebody who can take things and break them down and analyze them. And again, that's why they're drawing me to the counseling. The counseling is so important in this sense. So again, look, I see you looking toward moving on to different opportunity. The opportunity will be in a position that offers people where you give people advice and help them. Again, it's like counseling, and maybe you're working in a law office, maybe you're working in a psychologist office, a psychiatrist office. You could work in some counseling for the the county or the city that you're in. You could work on some other things, but definitely I see you working in that environment, and I think you're gonna be very happy in that environment because again, you shine. You shine when you can help people, and that's the key, is helping people. That's what fulfills you the most. So that's where I see you before the end of the year.
Who is this gentleman? That I see. He's a brown skinned gentleman, several shades darker than me. He's a brown skinned gentleman. He's a slim built, like he wouldn't be a wide shoulder person. He's slim built, but he's not super skinny. I see him with one arm around you, whispering in your ear, but you don't believe him. You think he's kind of gaslighting you, but he is sincere, whoever this gentleman is that I'm seeing with you talking to. I feel like you've already met him and you may already be dating him, but he is sincere. He has a really nice voice, and he seems to propel you forward or help you to move forward. You think sometimes his ideas are a little get rich quick scheme, but he really does want to build with you. If you have not met him, he's coming, but I feel like he feels familiar. He doesn't feel like a stranger. He's literally like you're standing here and he's to the side of you. He has one arm around your waist and he's whispering in your ear, and you're kind of like rolling your eyes because you don't believe what he's saying, but he is being sincere, whoever this gentleman is that I'm seeing with you.
Before we move on, if you've had a birthday last week or you're having a birthday this coming week, this week or this coming week, then this is for you, our birthday wishes.
Don't do it. No, don't do it. No, no, no.
I like that one anyway. Look, we didn't mean to tell you not to do your birthday. Do your birthday.
That was definitely not what was intended for birthday.
Oh, tomorrow is Julie's birthday. Happy birthday, Julie.
Oh, then Julie specifically, that's why I was stopped, is to make sure we make that. Julie, this one's for you. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Alrighty then. And folks, don't forget this.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I like that. Like, share, subscribe.
We haven't had that one in the rotation for a while. It was good to see that one back.
Rachel McCanton says this is her birthday month. I love people who celebrate the whole month because I celebrate the whole month. Lord.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And folks, don't forget, I have merch out there on my Etsy store, Sonoran Mystic Tarot. If you want a reading, you can go on there and again arrange one from there. Also, if you want tarot, my logo, which is right there, I have T-shirts on it and cups and mugs and stuff. And I also have the Major Arcana tarot cards on shirts. So if you want to see them, that'd be kind of cool. Check out my shop on Etsy, Sonoran. And now back to the readings. And next in line is
this marijuana Yvonne, whoever that is, asking, is my dad with you? Yes, your dad is with you. They're showing me a cigar, and I'm getting a very offensive odor of a cigar or a pipe because I don't like the smell of cigars. So I feel like your dad smoked cigars, and when you smell that smell, you know that your dad is around or something like that. Reminds you of your dad. So yes, your dad is around.
And by asking the question, generally speaking, people tend to, they know it. They just need confirmation.
I definitely get a pipe smell or a cigar smell and a very deep voice and maybe a beard. A very well put together person, like a sophisticated person, a gentleman with a deep voice who like to tell you what you're doing wrong or how you should be how he could do it better or how they think you could do it better. This is a person that like to give a lot of advice, unsolicited advice.
Oh,
but not necessarily in a harmful way, but just okay, dad. I felt like you don't feel like your time with them, you appreciated that person, and in death, you're feeling very guilty about not appreciating all the time you had with this person, and you're wanting to know in death, is this person mad at you, or does this person know that you love them? They do know that you love them. They do know that you're remorseful. I don't know if you have written a letter, but you could write a letter to your dad and explain how you feel and let that person know how much you love them or how you care. You can either throw the letter out, or you can burn it, or you can keep it. My brother used to write a letter to my dad every year on his birthday, and it would just be letters to my dad. It would just be him telling him how he felt over the years since my dad left, and he would post it, and a lot of people would identify with it on there, and he just literally called it letters to my dad, and it was just him getting his emotions out because my dad died when my brother was about 12 or 13. And so once he got to the point where he didn't need to do it anymore, he wrote his last letter and told him that this was the last letter. So you could do that in order to let your dad know how you feel, or to get over some of the guilt or some of the sadness or some of whatever you're feeling for not being as close or appreciating your dad as much as you should have when that person was alive. So that's what I got for you, marijuana.
Super.
I think
And
that's how you pronounce it, because I messed it up.
the oh yeah, it could be. You're right. Marijuana.
It's Marjana. So
Mm.
it is what it is. But your dad
Uh,
is around.
next is Ramon L, and she says, "If y'all feel drawn, I would like insight about my car."
Before I even we put her question, I saw it in the comments, and I heard something about your car is too old, it's time to upgrade. And then I hear the song from Beyonce, Let Me Upgrade You. So it is time for you to move forward. You're afraid of getting a lemon or getting a bad deal on a car. They're showing me a white-haired gentleman with a beard who may be um favorable to you in your getting a new car. I don't feel like you're going to get a brand new car, maybe a newer used car or something like that. Um I do feel like it is time to upgrade or move on, because this car is giving you a lot of problems, and they're saying think about all the money you're putting into repairs, and think about that could have been a down payment or payments on a new car. And so I do feel like it is time to go. Is there something wrong with the brakes or the brake line or something? I feel like there's something under the bottom of the car that is messed up, and also something with the brakes. And this is like the last straw, and you're ready to move forward. So they're saying it's a go, even in this economy, because I know a lot of people. Somebody else said that Julie said that my volume is low. So I wonder if my volume is only low on Facebook, because on YouTube is my volume low. Oh no, because Julie Bonnie's on there too. I don't know. So am I really low to you guys? Because it's the same microphone. I haven't changed anything. Everything is exactly the same as when I was on there last time. The best I can do is move the computer for a little bit closer to me. Because I don't have an external mic. I'm just using whatever's on the computer. So am I? Oh, Affirm
Well,
says I
Wellness
sound
says you
good
sound
on
good on YouTube,
YouTube. So okay.
and she says you look extra crisp tonight.
Hey, that's all that water. I've been drinking water like it's going out of style. Oh, y'all know what else I found out today? That mushroom coffee is something good. Lise Ann, who is one of our faithful LMT, who's usually in the comments, she drinks that Rise coffee. I kept wondering if it was good, and she said it was good, so I'm already going to order me some. Not to get them a plug, but I just try some Rise coffee. I'm gonna be glowing.
So it's what kind of coffee?
It's mushroom coffee.
That's what I thought you said. So it's coffee from mushrooms.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and everybody that I've seen, that's all the ads that I see about it say it's supposed to be like digestive health, gut health, and stuff like that. And I was wondering if it was going to be good. And she said she's been taking it for over a year, and it is really, really good. She
So
also said that. Oh,
is
go
it
ahead.
truly made from mushrooms, or is
They
it
they even
also
tell
some
you the
coffee in it?
different kind. No, they tell you the different kinds of mushrooms that it's made from, and they said it doesn't even taste like it. And she said it's a little bit more creamier than
Oh.
coffee. It's not the thin coffee taste. Like you just take one little spoon of it and put in your water and mix it up. And she said
Hmm.
it's more of a creamy consistency. But it's called Rise, RYZE, and it's been all over the internet. But it's a new startup company. But she said, oh, Affirm Wellness said, yep, made from mushrooms. So it's like 4 or 5 different kinds, and it's supposed to be really good for your your gut health and your whole system and
They
just
have
help
it.
you.
If you're at the Frank Lloyd Wright and 101 here in Scottsdale
I know exactly where that is. I used to
at the
work over
TJ Maxx. They have
there.
it.
Oh yeah.
They have it for $9.99. Yes,
Oh,
I
I'll go there.
saw it
I'm
yesterday.
going. Look, I got a TJ Maxx down the street. I'm gonna go ahead and see, but I'm
I
gonna go
saw
to
it
that one too
yesterday.
because I know exactly where that one is.
Yeah, we went there yesterday or 2 days ago.
Bonnie says she adds it to her coffee, and a couple people said they added to their coffee too. And like Lisa Ann said, she said that it you don't necessarily miss the effects of coffee, and but it she likes it, and she doesn't. She says she drinks her coffee black, so she doesn't put anything in it. And I said I will probably put creamer in it, but I'm gonna try it.
Well, I noticed it because I was walking by and then they had ashwagandha coffee, um,
Oh.
and they had something else that my son was talking about, and it was there. And then they had the mushroom. They had something green. I forget what it was called.
They have is it matcha green
Matcha.
mushroom
That's the one. Yeah.
coffee too. They have a matcha of the rise. Like the rise coffee has all these different kinds. I'm just
Right.
getting the regular, but you can get different kinds, and each one of them has, I guess, a different benefit. But
Yep.
they do have the matcha kind too.
Yep. And then they mentioned one that's good for the mind. It's good for the brain, and I forget what it's called. Some long name. And I looked it up, and I'm like, wow. And it truly is supposed to help. So,
Bonnie,
yeah.
why you didn't tell me about the mushroom coffee? You already been in the know. I needed to know. But I'm gonna try it.
Bonnie's
I already
kind of over there too. Bonnie and Affirm Wellness, both of them keeping secrets from us.
Exactly. Y'all already know about it. I'm ordering it. So I'm gonna try it.
Absolutely. Next in line is Ramona. Oh, you did the car. That's right. You did the car.
Oh yeah, I said yes on the car. A newer. I feel like it's gonna be a newer used car. She's gonna get a good deal, and she'll know that the salesperson is good because it'll be a person with a white beard. Definitely. I don't know about the hair. Maybe the hair is a little bit more salt and pepper, and more pepper than salt. But it seems to be a good grandfatherly vibe from the person. Like you don't feel like he's going to give you bad advice, and he's actually going to be like, well, you know, you can do this, give you multiple options, and tell you what option, because he's gonna feel like you're kind of like a granddaughter. She said, yes, the brakes have been giving me issues with everything else you said.
I got a car to sell you. I got a white beard and a car. I got a car to sell you.
It could be Don. It could be Don. Do you know every time I see a Range Rover, I just be so like, nope, because you told me that the oil change is like $1,700.
Oh my gosh, yes, we paid so
I
much.
used to want a Range Rover, and now I'm like,
No, the maintenance is ridiculously high. The Audi and the Range Rover, the two most expensive cars to get, the daily cars to get stuff. Oh my God, no, yeah.
I'm looking at a Buick. I like the Buick Enclave now, and I also want the Cadillac truck. You know, I always want the and I want the big Cadillac truck, the big body.
The Escalade thing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see. Next is Charlotte. Charlotte says, hello, can I get a career reading?
Somebody said that Samantha said she thought it could be you giving her advice on the car. Whoever this person is, they're going to be very grandfatherly. Are you in Texas, Ramona? Because I got Texas. They showed me the state of Texas. So it'll be a good person. It won't be somebody who's a shyster. They showed me Texas.
Just make sure that it hasn't been flooded. With all the flooding that's going on around the country, this is going to be, and let this old grandpa tell you, that is one concern. If you're buying a used car over the next few months, be very careful, because all the cars that get flooded will wind up in the car or going through the auto auction, because people, total the banks, the insurance companies total them. They'll go through the auto auction, and the people will clean them up and get them ready, and then turn around and sell them. So, and when they get flooded, the electrical problems that come from flooding are enormous, and they're not easy to find because again, the wiring's throughout the entire car. So it is a nightmare. So please, if anybody's looking for a used car, make sure that car was not flooded. Look as best you can. Find out what region it came from, because sometimes that's a way. If you're in Arizona, most often the chances are flooding, probably not. But if you were in Pennsylvania recently, and if the car was in Pennsylvania, or it's from a state that had recent flooding issues, do not get that car, because you will have the potential for electrical issues that will last for the life of the car and beyond. So So be very careful about that. Be very cognizant of what's going on around you with the environment, with these storms, because that really does feed into the problems that we have with our supply of used cars.
Look at Don giving you the advice. There's the gentleman with the white hair. But no, it's another gentleman, I'm telling you. And also, Ramona, are you sure there's no connection to Texas because they won't let the Texas connection go? So are you thinking about visiting Texas or going to Texas or relocating to Texas? Whatever it is that you're thinking about doing for Texas, it is a yes to move forward on that option.
Maybe the car's coming from Texas.
It could be, but whatever the Texas connection is, it's a yes because they won't let that go. They're showing me the TX and they're showing me the state of Texas. So that's a good thing.
Ramona, if you're in Arizona, if you're in the Phoenix area, let me know. I know a car salesman who, I gotta sound like a car salesman
She
myself.
said she is in Arizona.
Okay, I know somebody who is a great car salesman.
Look at that. Maybe it was Don that was going to give you the advice, Ramona. I told you, a gentleman with the beard. I'm not even playing.
Yep. I will find the information, Ramona, and I will post it for you. And anybody else who wants to use it, believe me, this girl is fantastic. She's a great car salesman, but she's an honest, and she's somebody who you don't have to question her ethics and her character.
I'm gonna need that, Don. You can
Yep. Because and she's the one that for her company bought my Rover.
Oh, really?
When I sold the Rover. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So. Anyway, there you go. Next is Charlotte. Charlotte Mamsi. Hello, can I get a career reading?
So I immediately got somebody ringing the bell. So you know how like if you're in Long John Silver's and you get good service, you can ring the bell as you walk out. So I thought, oh, ring the bell, you're doing good. But then I got the word whistleblower. Are you thinking about reporting some things that are going wrong at your job? Like I feel like you want to do a whistleblower or you want to tell something and you don't know who to tell. There's usually an 800 compliance number that you can call. It's usually in the break room or somewhere up on a little poster that has all these phone numbers on there. But I do get that I get whistleblower, like you need to tell something because there's something unsafe or there's something going on that is not ethically right and you are concerned about it, but you don't know if you should tell or not. I get a yes because I do get whistleblower. I do see you moving on because they're showing me the 8 of Cups. So I do feel like you'll move on and go away from there. Like maybe you'll file that, you'll tell this information and then you'll move on and go to somewhere else. I do get a good like an umbrella, and you're being like the umbrella is dropping you down so you can have a like the umbrella is helping you to land solid. So you're leaving, but you're not gonna land and you're not gonna fall. It's helping you so that when you hit the ground, you'll hit the ground solid, standing straight up, ready to move forward, ready to pivot in whatever direction you want to. So I feel like with your career, you can decide to go in whatever direction you want to. Are you thinking about different things? Is one of the things a coach, because they're showing me basketball. So either you play basketball or you are a coach or something to do with basketball. So they're showing me that. So they're showing me 3 options that you have. So it's 3 different avenues you can take. I feel like one of them has to do with coaching. And they're also wanting me to tell you that one doesn't exclude the other. Like you can be a coach and you can also do banking because I see the word accounting as the middle offer. And then the other person, maybe the other option is legal or medical. I can't really tell what that is, but you seem to have 3 career choices that you're considering. And right now it's up to you, whichever one you decide. It could be successful. Or it will be successful because you've been patient. But I do see you being able to go ahead and tell whatever the issue is, Miss Charlotte, that is going on at your current job and then moving forward in your new position. So that's what I got for you.
Super. Charlotte, the one thing that I'm getting for you is, and I'm sorry I was a little distracted there, so I didn't get what Angie told you, but be careful because the grass isn't green as always, as greener on the other side. They're telling me so make sure that if you have the opportunity to take a leap, it doesn't mean necessarily that singular leap is the best leap, because again, I'm getting some warning signs, and I don't know if it's something. It's like I don't know. I guess okay, they're helping me to. They're kind of making it clear. The warning sign is make sure that you. No.
See, that's that bell, Don. Like it's a warning, like you're ringing a bell or whistleblower or something.
Mhm.
There is some kind of warning, so you're on the right track.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't. They're trying to help me understand, but it's like it's not making sense. Um, it's like I don't know. It's it's like this. It's like they're showing me a little bit and then they're taking it away. So I think that you don't even know completely. I think you have a lot of questions, and I think that the questions are what what you need to be asking. The questions you need to ensure that you know before you take a leap. But again, I get the feeling like there's a situation that's coming your way that you will want to take a leap, and if you're not careful, you're going to take the leap too fast and not answer all the questions, and then you're going to be sitting stranded because the opportunity is not going to be all it's meant to be. You're not going to be making the money, and I'm getting the feeling like this company is not even solid. Or the opportunity is not solid. So again, it's the warning sign. It's the warning sign saying, be careful. And
Is
again,
it
ask
to
the
leave the
questions.
place that she's at? Because that's what the whistle I got is like maybe she needs to go ahead and report whatever it is that she wants. Because I get unethical definitely from her current employer.
Yeah, and I think there's some Charlotte, you should be looking at some. You should be looking at how you can fill in some questions or concerns that you may or may not have that would drive you to making a choice. Um, but again, there's questions. The biggest thing is questions, and you have got to be strong enough to ask the questions because there are some real issues at play. And so before you make a leap one way or the other, before you make any decisions, make sure that you keep asking the questions and make sure you completely understand the entire picture. Because again, the warning signs are flashing big time. And I think that this is, you're in a not so comfortable situation right now, but jumping again, it's like even if you were jumped, the jump is not as good as you think it is either. So again, be careful. Make sure that you leave make sure that you find out what you can to fix the situation where you are now. So if you leave, that maybe it's an opportunity to come back eventually. I don't know, but and keep your eyes open, your ears open. So there you go. That's what I'm getting.
There's somebody in here named Nat. Is it Natalie? But she breaks it up. Um, what is it? Did you have a question? I couldn't find your question. I went all the way back and I couldn't find your question.
This one, Nat Ali.
Yeah. It just said, "Can I have?" I didn't know if she had a question or not, or he.
This is what she had earlier. I drew her. She was next in line, by the way. So
Oh
you,
my
you
gosh!
must be psychic, Angie, right?
Mama might be psychic. Oh
Exactly, because this is what I saved earlier from her. Is any messages, please? Thank you. I've had a nerve wracking. I think is what she meant. 2 weeks, but I have to say I believe I'm okay. So
I immediately heard "Keep Your Head Up." There's a guy online who sings "Keep Your Head Up." It's a very nice song. Not the "Keep Your Head Up" by Tupac, but the other one by the other gentleman. Um, Miss Julie told me the song the other day, and I went ahead and listened to it. And it was that was the sentiment that I got from you about "Keep Your Head Up" with the nerve wracking week. I just feel like it's been one thing on top of another thing on top of another thing on top of another thing, and you're trying to be positive in it, but what you really need to do is go ahead and feel those emotions so you can walk past those emotions. Like it's like you're holding on to all the like, okay, I'm not gonna break, I'm not gonna break, I'm not gonna break. And they're saying, go ahead and have that cry, go ahead and have that moment, acknowledge whatever feelings you're having, write it out, say it out, whatever you need to do, and then go ahead and move forward because you're holding on to it, but you're pushing it down. So all of these things are happening instead of dealing with the emotion of the moment or letting the emotions ride through, you're pushing them down and they're going to explode. Like I was having a week where I thought, you know what, I'm going to be that person who's at McDonald's. They're going to give me some bad fries and I'm going to go in there and just go ziggity boom. And I'm going to be on channel 5 like A5says goes crazy because it wasn't no salt on her fries. So don't let it get to that point. Like pull yourself together and go ahead and let your emotion, go ahead and let those emotions play through however you need to. Cry, have, a cooler, a drink, write it out, go for a walk, however you need to allow those emotions to go through and acknowledge them and let your higher power know how you feel. I'm frustrated, I'm angry, I'm whatever it is that you feel. Just go ahead and let them know how you feel so you can move through it, and then set your intention to have a positive start moving forward, and then you'll be fine. um I hear the word litigation. Is there something to do with court? Is there a court case against you, or you have a court case against someone? Because I heard litigation in your favor, and they showed me the scale. So I feel like right now it seems like whatever the situation is in the courts is very um is very seems like it's not tilted in your favor. And you're like, how can this be? And they're trying to bring it back into your favor, but overall, it's going to end up being in your favor. I'm getting 6 or 7 weeks or months for this to be over. If you're in that, I'm the one who asked about the two doctors for the shipping. I don't know anything about that. But that's what I'm getting regarding the situation you're going through. Is that kind of what you're going through, where you need to go ahead and work through the emotions? You're frustrated with whatever situation you're going through. And then also, what did I just say about? I can't remember. I said something else about something else after that. It was good too. Rewind it because it was good. That's all I got.
Um, yeah, no. So you're. I think that um, I think that I think that you're. I think that you're on the right path, but I do think that you're looking for. I think you're underestimating the amount of time you're going to have to um, take to heal and to overcome what you're going through. I think that you were hoping that this would be a wham bam quick thing, that kind of thing. But I don't think that is what the situation is here. I think this is going to take a little while for you to get through all that you needed to. So so what I'm suggesting to you is be realistic with your limitations in your recovery. Be realistic with what it is you are going to be asked to do and what you can do, and know that again you are on the right path and you are on the road to recovery. That's not a question in my mind. I feel you're going to be getting back to full health. But this is not a 30-minute TV sitcom. This is or even an hour long Quincy episode. This will take time, and unfortunately the body heals in its own regard. So give science a chance and let it do what it needs to do. Okay, because again, no matter how much you want to speed it up, you're not going to. It just doesn't happen. So with that, love and light. That's what I'm saying. So. Hey, Terry T, nice to see you in. Calling on an Angel says, oh, I see the new format. Okay, if you're drawn to me, please tell me if you
I read her question and I got an absolute no on Florida. And they said, why can't you sit still? What are you trying to get back to Florida for? Is what I exactly heard regarding that. They're like, why can't you sit still in, the place where you are? You're ready to move. Like it's like you're the person who keeps a backpack, like you're ready to go. Wherever we gotta go, we gotta move. Like you're on the run for something. And so they're showing me that you're ready to go at any given moment. Like you could pick up your bag and go at any given time. You don't seem to be settled in or anchored down anyway, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. They're not saying it in a bad way. They're saying that you're ready to go, but right now just go ahead and settle in the groove of where you are. And they're saying you can take that visit to Florida if that's what you want to do, because I feel like that strong pull is just a visit, not a stay. You're not going to. I don't get that you're going to stay.
Next is Vanilla Red. Said, hey, loves, could I please have a reading? I really need some guidance. Vanilla, do you have a specific question for us? And are you still here? If you're not still here, then it doesn't matter, does it?
Oh, I heard general. I'm right up under Bonnie's. Oh no, it says general.
Okay.
Oh, I'm here.
Mhm.
But you don't have a question. You just want to
You don't
know
have a
more.
general, you don't have a specific question you want to know? Let me help you with this, Vanilla, and everybody else. Just think about it. You have an opportunity to ask really in-depth, great questions of spirits that may give you some insight down the road, some vision, some opportunities, some ideas, and 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 if you have that opportunity, would you want to know something general, or do you have something that you really would like to know? So this is your opportunity to actually ask a specific question. If you get general, yeah, we'll give you a general, but you may not get the question you wanted answered, and then you come back and say, "Well, I want this question and this question and this question." Well, guess what? It doesn't work that way. So if you have a real question, don't go looking for us to. We're not doing parlor tricks here. Where okay, try to help me find this. Okay. She says no questions,
Vermilion.
just whatever they want me to know. Because honestly, when I ask questions, I know the answers, and they're going to make a fool of me for having asked. Well,
Okay. Do you have somebody in your life that is a male energy or a masculine energy that is very critical of you? Because what I heard was you're doing it wrong. And then the card that flipped out was a Ten of Swords. And so is there somebody who's very critical in your life who's always has something to say about the way that you do things or decisions that you make? And I heard get away from them. You need to put some time or space in between them. Are you on the West Coast and you're thinking about going to the East Coast or somewhere along that Midwest, southern east, southeast area is what they're showing me. I'm thinking you're thinking about leaving and they're saying go because they show me you over here and they show me like you making across the country that way, and they're saying put some space in between that person. But they give me a very critical person who is very hard on you. So I don't know if that's what is happening to you, but they're saying if you get away from that person, it's like they're blocking the positive energy that you're going. Their words are a dome over your head, and so you're living the life that you're fulfilling the prophecy that they're saying over you. So the goodness, the good words, the positivity can't get in because their words are a dome over your head. Every decision you make is either to try to prove them wrong or try not to hear them say anything about you. So I get that this person is really critical, and whatever they've been speaking over you has been like a dome that has kept you from moving forward positively. And so they want you to get away from this person, to have less communication with this person. I feel like this may be a mom or a dad or a parental figure or some very close family member. So that's why it's so hard for you to go away. They're not saying you have to totally leave this person, but they are saying that you need separation from this person. It doesn't seem like it's going to be where you could just be like, oh, I never got to talk to you again. It seems like you may have to have contact with this person, and they're saying go ahead and go. And they showed me you making a move to the right. So for me, you're leaving here and you're going across country.
so she says, I'm with someone and he's controlling as hell. He doesn't let me be me. Everything is problem. I can't even breathe. I'm in Fort Lauderdale and trying to go to Orlando to start over, but I just don't know if I should go. I don't know if I'm.
The go is an absolute yes. They showed me that before anything. They showed me go. Get away from this person. It was a very overbearing masculine energy that I got, and that Ten of Swords was the very first card that popped out. Your reading. So this is a very like a person who says negative things about you, a person who talks behind your back, a person that's very harmful. Because the Ten of Swords, if you look at it, it's a person either laying on the ground with swords all in their back and being stabbed all over their body. So these are, and swords are thoughts. So it's piercing words or thoughts or things that are being said to you, and it's putting a shadow over. It's literally a dome over your head. So instead of you being like, oh, like if you get ready to go to the interview, you're already thinking you're gonna mess this interview up because this person has spoke so negatively to you. You fulfill the prophecy of having a horrible interview because this person has spoken to you. You can't, even if you do your own affirmations, get this done. They're telling me you really, really, really do need to do a cord cutting, or you need to do some kind of thing where you dismiss this person from your life. The easiest thing I can tell you to do is to buy some Baileys, put this person's name on there, and set the intention of breaking the bond with them or walking away from them or leaving them in some way, burn the bay leaves and send them back to the earth. So that would be me. Okay, now. So that would be me, or that would be spirit telling you this is how you break that bond with that person. You just go ahead and again do the bay leaves or whatever else you could do. There's also moon rituals where you can put this person's name on there and set the intention that you want to break the bond, but you set the intention in the bay leaves. That is the easiest thing for me. Literally, go to the Dollar Tree, the dollar store, or someplace and get a bag of bay leaves and write on there in marker this person's name and set the intention of breaking the bond with this person and then burn it and let them go. Listen, if Miss Linda was on here, she'd tell you she did it. She put this person's name on 5 bay leaves, set that bad boy on fire, and that person was gone. So if you really want them to be gone, then you need to set the intention that they'll be gone. But you do need to get away from this person. I do see you relocating. I do see you moving on to a better place. So if Orlando is that, then that's what it is. I do see you moving to the right. So I don't know if Orlando is to the right of Tampa, but they show me you moving to the right in that area. And it is a positive move. It is a good thing. You do need this space from this person in order to break this bond and to get their negative thoughts out of you and just to see things differently. They're showing me like when you move, your eyes will open up. You'll see things different. You'll see the positivity and thing and not always think that everything is so negative and so horrible and that you're such a bad person. This person is a very heavy weight over your head. They are very, very, very negative towards you and you really do need to get away. So that was the very first thing I saw when I read your name. I wanted to see if there was anything else before I got into that, but that was the very first thing they told me. And I don't get it in a heavy, sad way, like, oh my gosh, this is detrimental, because I feel like you're halfway there. Your mindset is halfway there. This is just a push that you need to go ahead and make it over. You're already on that mindset. It's just a yes, no. What is spirit wanting me to do? How is my God? Like, are they hearing my prayers? Yes, they're hearing your prayers. Go ahead and decide. This is how much I want to pay in rent. This is the kind of job I want. This is the area I want to live in. Set those intentions for the is there, I think there's a full moon that's about to come up. Yeah, because the new moon just kicked my butt. So there's a full moon that comes up. So go ahead and set the intentions of the things that you want to I guess bring forward. We usually do that on a new moon, but go ahead and set your intentions. You can set your intentions at any time and tell the universe that these are the things that I want. So tell them how much you want to pay in rent, how much you want to make a salary, where you want to live, what kind of place you want to live in, and allow them to bring those things to you. I'm not saying that they'll come instantly, but they will be set in motion for you to go ahead and get the things that you want. One of the affirmations, and I can't post anything while Don is gone because he's the controller of the chat today. But one of the things I will post would be our affirmation. I believe in infinite abundance and all my wants and needs are met. I say that every morning when I wake up, even on days that I don't want to, and I feel like my wants and needs are being met. I still say it every single day. I believe in infinite abundance. All my wants and needs are met. So I will go ahead and say that every single morning. And you can write your list over and over. I'm a person that likes to write my name over and over and over again in different, like, cursive, regular, all these things, because I like to see my name over and over again because I think my name going to be in lights. So you can write your list over and over and over again every single day if that's what you need to, but you need a positive reinforcement. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. You need to go ahead and move forward. That is clear that they were saying, I got a male energy, and it could just be that masculine part of this person. Like they're a very domineering spirit. Like I have a lot of masculine traits that come out in my characteristics. So it could just be that masculine energy that is doing it. But oh, Terry T said there are 4 retrogrades. Lord help the child. It has been a doozy. Like I literally wanted to reach out and touch one of my coworkers today. Praise the Lord. I'm just telling y'all, like seriously, it was touch and go for a minute. Like, but I held myself together. Look, I'm right here. I'm not in jail. So, Vanilla, that's what I would say for you is to get away from this person. Go ahead. Your mindset is set. So you don't have to enumerate any other thing that this person is doing to you. You know, I know this person is a negative source of energy for you. Go ahead, separate. Go ahead and make your intentions known and start your move. You sometimes you have to start your move mentally before you can start it physically. So in order to move, you can't just get up and go. You need to know where you want to live, how much the rent's going to be, and all those things. So go ahead and try to look for so go ahead and try to start your mental move so that you can go ahead and move forward. But you need to set a space as to what you want to do or what your desires are. Like, again, this is how much I want to pay in rent. This is how much I want to pay. This is how much I want to make. This is what kind of job I want. Go ahead and set those intentions so that you can at least start working for toward or looking for something like that. I also heard update your resume. Your resume does not have great skills on there. So whatever job it is that you want, this is something that I do. Whatever kind of job I want, I go and Google sample resumes of that job. And if I have those skills, then I add those skills to my job or to whatever job that would fit that. So go and look up the resume. And I have 5 different versions of my resume. So one for compliance, one for housing, one for case management, one for legal. So all of my resumes are different. So you can have multiple resumes that showcase your skills but highlight them based on the job that you want. So it may take you a while to get these resumes together, but go ahead and research the kind of job that you want and then update your resume to match whatever it says. You're okay. You'll be fine wanting to know everything step by step. And it's not necessarily step by step, it's decency and order. You want things to be in order. You could have just been like, you know what, I'm leaving, packed your bag and just left and went to Orlando and then be shocked at what the value, what the housing costs or how much the jobs pay or how little they pay or whatever it is. So go ahead and do your research and go ahead, and they're showing it under lock and key. You don't have to say, oh, I'm leaving you, oh, I'm doing whatever. Nobody needs to know anything you're doing. They're showing it to me under lock and key, and they're actually putting a key lock on your mouth. You need to do these things in silence because this person will have you thinking that you can't do it. Nobody needs to know the things that you're doing. So whatever you're doing, you could do it in your phone. You could do it in some place where you can like set up something online and nobody has access to it. But all the things that you're doing need to be in secrecy. Nobody needs to know. You don't need to tell nobody, oh, I'm leaving this person, I'm moving, or I'm going here, I'm going there. Nobody needs to know because those are little seeds of doubt that can be implanted. If you really want to move positively forward, then you need to go ahead and just do it without letting anybody know. And believe me, the Lord has been working on me with shut your mouth, Angie, like literally. A lot of times they'll tell me, don't tell nobody. And I'll be like, really? I can't tell nobody? Not like not one person, not even my sister, just not one person, just be quiet. Okay. Well, I said, Lord, you shouldn't have told me then if you didn't want me to tell nobody because I cannot keep quiet. I'm just saying. All right, so Miss Vanilla, let me see. You're done. Let me see who else is in here that I could read. And I can't put your name up, so you just get what you get. Am I going to be in a relationship, Starfall? Are you still on here, Starfall? So let me know that. You said, are you going to be in a relationship this year? I got a no on that, but not because there's nobody out there. You're not ready mentally for a relationship. You're still living in the shadow of your previous relationship. Was it an abusive relationship? Because they made me jump like a hand was coming at me. So you're still living in the shadow of that relationship. And what you're wanting is someone to be your savior. And they're saying you are your savior, or your archangels are your savior. They're showing me Michael as the archangel that is trying to love on you, like literally put the wings around you and love on you, but you're living in the shadow of this relationship. And I felt like it was an abusive relationship because again, they made me jump as if a fist was coming toward me. So they're saying no on a relationship this year. That's a no. That's what, 5 more months in this year. That's a no. But again, that's what and they're showing me that you need to go to a group, like a domestic violence group, where you go and other people tell you their stories and how they move on and help you to move on mentally and emotionally, because I feel like you're really, really holding on to whatever's going on. So I think that you should, I'm reading, I don't even remember her name, Lord help me child.
It's okay. Continue.
Oh, Starfall. She was down there under Bonilla at about 1935. She said, or they said, am I going to be in a relationship? And I got to know. And I was telling her that I felt like it was an abusive relationship because they made me feel like somebody was trying to hit me and I was jumping to protect myself, and that you need to go to a group in order to deal with some of the issues or some of the things that you experience while you're in the relationship. But no, on a relationship this year, it's healing this year. And maybe if you make it through, I can't even tell you yes to next year, because if you're resistant to the healing this year, then no, you won't get it next year. But because what you're wanting is a savior to make up for what it is. But what they're saying is you're so broken and not necessarily broken, but you're so triggered by the past relationship that you are going to break the new person. So if I send you the love of your life right now and you're still living in the shadow of that relationship, you're going to break that person. Remember, 20 years ago, Angie was not ready to be married, but this Angie is getting it. She's ready. So you have to be ready for the new relationship. And I just don't feel that you are. And not necessarily that you're in a bad place, because it seems like you went through a traumatic situation or a very heavy relationship. If it wasn't physical abuse, then it definitely was some verbal abuse. But I feel like there was a little bit of physical abuse in there. If not often, then at least occasionally. And so now that you're out of it, you're still even wondering if this person still likes you or still loves you. Like, because I feel like this person may have left you and made you feel weak. And so you're still even wondering if this person still loves you. Don't think about that person and I'll move forward. But again, you need to go to a group and get some counseling with people who understand the situation that you're going through and can help you to move forward the same way that they move forward. And do not go to the group and start dating somebody in the group. They're saying you're just not ready for that yet, but it is coming. You can go out with your friend group and have fun like that, but as far as a romantic connection, I don't see that. But that's how they're showing it to me.
And Starfall,
Oh,
you may want to watch this video, because this video is really good at discussing how we sometimes fall into the rut where we become victims to the point where we buy into it, and you own that victim mentality, and some of it is starting there, changing that cycle, breaking your victim mentality. And Shawna did a really good video on that very message, so you may want to check that out. This is a really good video. If y'all haven't seen Shawna before, this is really a good introduction to her. But this is a strong message for anybody, and even the previous person that you were reading. Was it Bonnie or what was her name? The one you just read with the relationship that wanted to move to Orlando. This one,
Bonnie.
this is good for you, because again, you have to understand the root cause of where you are, so you can then move ahead. And this video will do a great job at starting that process, starting that conversation. So give that video a chance if you're so inclined to do so. This will be a great opportunity, a great place to start. So there you go. And with that said, before we move on, let's give a shout out to Miss Susan. Miss Susan wrote a book, and I'm looking, and I don't see her commercial here. So I just was going to give her a shout out in a commercial, and I don't find it here. I'll have to upload it later, so I'll play it later. But Susan, and if you're in the Phoenix area, Susan and Julie and myself will be on the 19th of August. We'll be doing a little mini psychic fair at the local metaphysical bookstore on Scottsdale Road, just north of Shea. If you guys are in town and check it out, come on by and get a reading. It'd be great. It's going to be Susan, Grayson, Julie, Karen, which is also a Love Right Warrior, and myself. And here's our commercial. Alrighty then. Who is next? Who are you drawn to, Angie?
I was reading Starfall's questions, but the only other person I see in there is Brenda Costner, and of course, it's a relationship reading. Is my relationship headed in the right direction?
So is that the one?
No, that's who I just read. Brenda Costner. Yeah, I heard a no, and you know that. That's why you asked the question. Um, why are they showing me the burning bed, and why am I hearing when is enough enough? Like, when are you gonna be ready to move on? Oh, y'all got some heavy relationships in here. Jeez, oh Pete. Um, I just got to know on that, and you know why, and you know what the reasons are. They're definitely showing me the burning bed, and I feel like this person is stunting your growth. Um, and you know that it's time to move on. You're just not making a move to do it. There's like, and literally my God is saying there's not a lot that needs to be said because you've gotten this advice repeatedly. Like people have told you over and over, and you're just asking over and over and over and over again about the situation that you already know the answer to. Like, okay, I'll ask one person, they didn't give me the right answer. So then maybe I'll ask three people. So the best two out of three, nope, I don't like that. So now the three out of five, and you're still asking. What they're saying is, it is what it is. You know what the answer is. Regardless of how many people say yes, it is, you know what it is. Because if your relationship is going right, you don't ask that question. You just enjoy the fruits of the relationship. So that's all I got from Miss Brenda.
The only thing that the only thing that I'm getting that would be additional. It's like Brenda, I don't think it's what you think it is. I think that the relationship is not headed in the right direction, but I don't think it's what you have in your mind preconceived it to be that's causing the problem. And so I'm wondering if you, for lack of a better way to put it, if you are part of the problem. You're part of the drama. You know, and I would have to go to Angie's little video.
The drama? Could it be me?
So exactly. No, that's what I was getting. I was getting this energy. It's like I don't know. Again, I get the feeling like your mind is running, and it has really created some different scenarios that may not be the case. But you've already let your mind go there, and in so doing, you've created a situation that if you are not careful, that you will make it so, that you will plant that seed and make it so. So I would walk gingerly. I would have conversations. The conversation you're having with us should be a conversation you're having with that person. And yeah, there may be difficult to talk to from time to time, but maybe it's not the talking. Maybe it's the way in which the communication happens. I don't know, but I don't think that communication has been happening as well as it needs to be. But again, I'm wondering if the breakdown in communication is more of the problem, and in return you're thinking it's all these other things, and your mind's already gone to the worst. And I don't think that's there yet. I don't think you are there yet with it. I don't think the relationship is there yet. I think that this is it needs work, and it needs work, and it needs time, and you need to start with having a conversation. That's what I'm getting. So time will tell.
Hello?
Suzanne says, I am curious. I'm curious as to when I will move from this house. I'm staying at a friend's house while he is away, but he told me it was temporary and we are not on good terms lately.
Okay, so I read this question earlier and I immediately saw a foot kicking you out of the door, like a foot kicking you in the ass is what I heard, kicking you out the door. And they're saying, what are you afraid of? You are ready to stand on your own 2 feet. Like your legs are kind of like spaghetti legs. And oh, I think I want spaghetti tomorrow. But they were saying you're like you got wobbly legs, and they're like you're ready to stand on your own 2 feet. The only way that you can do it is to get out there and do it. Everything is never going to be perfect for you. You're never going to find everything exactly the way you want it as soon as you want it. So they're saying just get out there and do it. And that's how you discover your strengths, your weaknesses, what you need to work on, how you need to move forward, your likes and your dislikes. Most of my likes I found out in experiencing my dislikes. So you need to get out there. They're saying you can go ahead and move forward. You're saying, will you be able to move? They said, do you even know what price range you want to pay for rent? So if we were to say, you know what, you can go ahead and move tomorrow. Spirit said, yep, you can go ahead and move tomorrow. How much do you want to pay in rent? Do you have the income that supports that amount of rent? Do you know what area of the city or where you want to stay, so that you can go ahead and price out that thing? I can say I want to move. I can say I want a house right now and have pipe dreams of getting me a 5-bedroom house for $250,000, and then I get out there and they're like, oh no, they're $550,000.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want versus what is out there does not match up. So you have to get out there and find out what it is so you can decide, this is my top price, this is my bottom, these are the things that I want. I know that I never want to live on the second floor, so I always seek a first floor apartment or a first floor unit. So you have to decide those things that you want and then move forward on finding them. The house isn't going to knock on your door and say we're ready, or the apartment isn't going to knock on your door and say we're ready. You have to be ready to seek those things. And they're saying, if you're saying that you don't make enough money, because I heard in my head I don't make enough money, they're saying then maybe you need another source of income. Like, again, if I don't make enough money, then I need to increase my income in some kind of way. And there's several things you can do, but it all has to do with having a commodity that somebody wants to buy, whether it's an item, an idea, a process, or whatever it is. You have to have a commodity that people are ready to buy. Um, they said you said you're putting together your cooperative business plan, and she said, I do have a great opportunity. Been out of there, probably gonna get an RV. Whatever it is, they're saying go ahead and move forward with it. You won't be able to tell what it is that you need to do until you start experiencing stuff. Right now, this is just wishes and it's just wishes and thoughts. Until there's some action behind it, it's just wishes and thoughts. So that's what I got.
Yeah, I think that to piggyback on that is I would be putting my plans in place sooner than later, because I think you're going to be sitting in a place, and I don't think they're going to be too receptive of hearing, well, I'm not prepared or whatever, because you've had the time. And so if I were you, I would be putting some things in place now. Start making the plans to move. I don't care if it's inconvenient, and I don't care if it's in reference to, okay, I need time to also work my business. You can do two things at once. You can chew gum and talk and walk, all those things. So what I'm telling you is, for your benefit, you need to have the plan. You need to have something something in place now, because you do not want to be in the situation that's coming down the pike where you're sitting there without something. And at that point, you're going to be very, very, then you're more limited. So again, you know what's happening. It is coming your way. You had the sense, the spirits have talked to you about it. You knew it already. You're not telling. The thing is the good thing is you listened to spirit, and spirit was telling you to be prepared. But now you have to actually do it. So do it. Do it. Because again, otherwise you'll be faced with
I
the.
literally saw a big fat foot kicking you right out the house, like you need to go.
Yep, and you'll be faced with one way or the other. The question is do you want to do it when you're at a disadvantage or when you're at an advantage?
Exactly, because when you're scrambling, you make a whole bunch of decisions that you would not have made had you prepared for it and been ready to go. So move forward.
Yep.
And I'm hearing that it's like breaking bread. They're like, it's easy as breaking bread. So once you start the process, it'll be as easy as breaking bread, is how they're showing it to me.
Yeah, and I think you're also going to salvage a friendship that way too, because I'm feeling like you're going to leave on good terms. Both of you are going to part on very good terms, and I think that's really, really important. So there you go. Who is next?
Divine Empathic Tarot. I feel like we've done a love reading on her before, like several times, and told her about a healing journey. I don't have anything for life on that. Is it Lamaya Suni? I liked her question. What's coming up for me in career and love?
Lamaya, are you still here?
Lamaya, are you still here?
La Lima? So is La Lima? Lamaya? La Lima? She's here.
Okay, great. Let me think, because I did not get anything.
Lama, I'm being told that you should not be thinking about the relationship until you get the career in order. And I'm being told with the career that you're not on the right path already. I don't know what you're doing, but what you're doing is not working, and it's not going to take you to where you need to be. You are not serving yourself well. Are you in a stopgap position? Are you in a position that you took because you needed the resources or something? Because again, this is not where you will be. This is only where you are. Okay, so again, I'm getting the feeling like this is where you are is not a career right now. You are in a job, and so before you take the leap to the next opportunity. Make sure that you are putting together a career. Make sure that you're doing what you need to do to be able to move into a career opportunity, not another job. The job is not where you need to be. And again, don't worry about relationships. Relationships should not even be in the, if it happens, it happens. But I don't think, again, don't look for a relationship. This is not the time. This is not the time. What I'm being told is you need to focus on career. And again, I find you are in a job, not in a career right now. And again, this is not where you need to be. You need to be you need to be in something that's going to drive you forward, that you're going to embrace as much as it'll embrace you, and you will push forward. It's interesting because I don't get the same energies about counseling with you. I get you in marketing, in sales, in some kind of one-on-one communications, but again, not in helping and so forth. It's more of a sales, a marketing. It could be a networking opportunity kind of thing. I don't see, and I get the feeling you're not truly technically gifted. So I don't see you doing tech. I don't see that. I see more of, again, interpersonal communications and sales and those kind of things. That's what I'm getting. What do you got, Angie?
I immediately got they kept showing me from a stadium seat, like I'm watching a football game from a stadium seat, but I'm very far back and very high up, and they're saying, why are you back here watching from so far away when you could be the star of the show? You could definitely be there. And then I got this 7 of cups here, so I feel like you have a lot of options, but you're not sure which way to go because you don't really know what your desires is. What is it that you like doing? What is it that you want to do? If I could tell you tomorrow, we'll pay you whatever salary you want to do whatever job you want to do, what is the job that you want to do? You have to know what you want. A lot of times we're waiting on spirit, our guides, or whoever to tell us what it is. Well, what is my purpose? My purpose is to do whatever it is that I desire, what I like. If that if I say I want to help people, then maybe my guides will help me to align to find a position or some different ways to help people. But you have to know what it is that you want and not just think like, well, the Lord just want me to, be a missionary. So I'm just going to go and be a missionary and do whatever. You have to have some kind of set goal as to what you want to do and try to work toward that. So I do get that. But I also get that um like it's so bright and green and lush for you. For me, that's growth. You need to get up out of your seat and move forward. So you need to go down the stairs. So what you see as being a setback or a move backwards or a move down, they're saying it's taking you down to center stage. It's not making you less of or making you decrease or remove something. It's taking you down to the center stage so that you can be the spotlight, because whatever you're doing now, you're watching from the background, but you're the person who would make the difference in the show or in whatever it is that you would do, because you are the star of the show. And one of the cards that I drew for you was the star card here. It was a star card, and then I got the 7 of Wands. Stand tall in it. You can't stand on what it is that you want or what you believe until you know what it is you want and believe. What are my morals? What are my things that I want? How do I want to move forward? If you could just push me and I do whatever you want to do, then there's nothing for me to stand on. They want you to stand on it. And I like this one because she's inside of a crystal ball, which to me is that you can see. You know what I'm saying? You can see things clearly. And then they have all these wands here and you're standing. You just need to harness that inner self. I love the way the Light Seers Tarot does their 7 of Wands. You're inside that crystal ball. And for me, that's a protective ball. Not necessarily that you can see the future, but it's a protective ball for you. And then I also got the 4 of Wands, which is a celebration, a reunion of some sort, or a celebration with family or friends. So there's going to be a reunion, not necessarily romantic, but definitely a reunion. And then, like I said, the first time, that's that star card. That's you wishing, but you have to get up out of your seat and move forward down to the main stage. So that's what I got.
I saw the thing that you posted and said you were a physician and that you were thinking about going to Dubai. I still stand by what I said. I wouldn't be surprised if you left medicine, the practice of medicine, and went into like drug sales, drug company, working with a drug company to bring a product to market, to bring a drug to market, to bring to be able to do the, get through the approval process for the drug, for, to get the drug approved. Again, I think I strongly feel that you went into medicine for the right reason, but medicine didn't turn out to be what you thought it would be. And with all of the mishigas that is above you when it comes to administration and billable hours and all those kind of things. I mean, and procedures and so forth. I just think that I get the feeling this is not where you went, again, that wasn't for you. I don't think you've been so happy with it. And I do still get you into marketing and sales. And the thing that came to me is drug companies selling the drug, getting the drug to market, getting the drug approved through through the FDA, I think it is. Anyway, Food and Drug to get the approval and to go through that process. So I think that would make you happier because I don't feel you're completely satisfied.
What do you do for clarity? You decide what you want and you move toward. I know what I want to do in life. I am still working on getting to those things that I want to do. Um, I don't ask, just ask. You can literally ask, what is my next step? How do I get from here, a place of confusion, to a place of clarity? This is what your higher power is for. So whoever you believe in, whoever you pray to, whoever you consult, whoever you meditate to, ask them. How do I get from here where I'm confused to a place of clarity where I want to see the road clearly? How do I get to a place where I can decide or I can have some desire as to what I want to do in the future? One of the questions they told me to ask you is, why do you want to go to Dubai? Why do you want to go there? What is the reason? Are you trying to escape something? Are you going there to find because you want to find a different avenue or a different way to practice medicine? What is it that you want there? Why are you going there? Because you may be going there thinking you're going to get one thing and you may not get that. That could also be the thing that Don was talking about too. You're thinking it's going to be one thing and it's going to be something else. So, what is your why? What is the thing that's going to keep you there when you move? When I moved here, my first year was hard. I wanted to go back so bad. But what is your why? What is your reason for leaving? I wanted something different. I wanted to make more money. I wanted a different life for my child. My why is what kept me here and kept me from running back to the comforts of what I already knew. So, what is your why? Why do you want to go to wherever you're going? So that's what I got for you.
Super. Hopefully that helps you. Again, La Lima, the most important thing is I think you need to I just think you, again, do the evaluation. I don't see you staying in medicine as a physician. I do see you doing something that is more upfront and selling and whatever else. But whatever you'll know what's right for you. Most importantly, you'll know when the right thing comes along. You'll know it. You don't need us to tell you what it is. You need to just open your mind to spirit and let spirit give you some guidance and be open to it. The thing is be careful, because when you ask spirit for answers and they give you answers,
Don't
sometimes,
doubt it.
yeah, sometimes they throw you for a loop because they really take you way off where you were thinking of going, or they make you question yourself. They make you do an analysis, and so again, give yourself the opportunity to listen and then go through your own analysis. But I just don't see you staying where you are.
So she said, I definitely want a more challenging and authoritative job. That's two things right there you can build on. So what's next? What are challenging and authoritative jobs that I think that I can do in the medical industry or completely out of it? You don't have to stay there. You can decide, or you can decide to do it a different way. Is there a different way to do what it is that I want to do? Like, I have told my guides how I want to do this. I've seen somebody actually doing what it is. Don, have you seen the guy who's coming to Tempe Improv? He's a psychic comedian.
I've heard about him, but I think you mentioned it.
I
Somebody.
am going. Me and Heidi were talking about it the other day in class. I am going to see him because I used to always say I'm going to see myself on the celebrity theater, blah 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 blah. And they started showing me the Phoenix Improv, and so I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, okay, well maybe that's it. And so then next thing you know, I see this guy there, and I was like, I have to get tickets to go and see him because he's doing exactly what I want. I want it to be lighthearted and fun, but I also want to do the reading. So I'm going to go and see him do what it is that I want to do. And so when you decide that when she says she wants something more challenging and authoritative, then put those up there. Like remember back in the day, they used to have us do those little bubble things. You put the two words in there, and then you just draw little arrows down, and you put other words up under there. So what's a challenging job for me? What to me would be challenging? What to me will give me the authority that I want to have, or or kind of leadership that I want? What are those things? The attorney that I used to work for, he said that I knew I wanted to work for myself, so I either could be a doctor or an attorney, and I wasn't smart enough to be a doctor, so he decided to be an attorney. His words, not mine, but he made a decision. I want to go to work for myself. These are the options that I think I have at this time, so this is the route that I'm going to go. He moved forward with it, and it ended up being a good career choice for you. You've decided you want authority and challenging, so go ahead and work that out. What's challenging for me? What is it that I want to be the challenge? Do I want it to be a challenging day dealing with clients? Do I want it to be something challenging where I have to figure out a scenario or an issue or resolve something for somebody? What is the challenge that you want? Being innovative, dealing with difficult people, finding a new solution for something. What is it that you think you need to do to be that'll be challenging? And then for authoritative, what does that mean? I want to be a leader, I want to be a director, I want to be the owner, I want to be the person that tells everybody what to do. You decide how to do that, and then you walk it forward. That's the clarity. Sometimes it's just you being putting yourself in that mind frame to pull the ideas out. You don't always need somebody to come to you and be like, "Hey, you should be I don't know, a boat mechanic." You don't need somebody to come and tell you that. What is it your desire to do? I love talking, so definitely a psychic comedian would be up my alley because I'll be talking all day. So you have to decide what is it that you like. Why is it that you like it? I always say you can tell a nurse who just went into nursing for the money, just because it paid a lot. And you can also tell a nurse who went into it for the love or whatever it does. There's a difference. Decide what you want.
Exactly. Next, we're going to do Cami. Cami's been posting a number of quandaries here. She says, I have a loss of something foundational taking place in my life, and I don't know why it's happened, or what is coming. I need real clarity over the situation. I'm feeling pretty please. And Terry T, I will put a two of cups in every reading for you. No, just kidding. Seriously. Well, why not the three of cups, Terry? Before you get started, why not the three of cups? I mean, that's like the celebration cup. Why would you take the two of cups?
Two of
And not
cups,
the three of cups?
everybody think that's the soulmate card because it's two people standing like this. So that's my boo boo. If that's why they like that two of cups. When I see the two of cups, I'll be side eyeing and like going with that. Going with that.
I go
Let
right
me
to
tell y'all, all y'all people who love a love reading, literally go to Bonnie's page, Calling on Angels 1111. She loves a love reading like I hate a love reading, okay? And she will give you a love reading to your eyes water. She has the weeklies up right now. Go to Calling on Angels. You can see it in my friend list, and Don's probably about to put her QR code up. Go there, and she has all the signs up, and she will give you a love reading that will not quit. And you can actually go to her privately, and she'll do a love reading for you. But if you want a love reading, definitely that's who you want to talk to. And she's on Wednesday mornings. They were on this morning, right? Yeah,
Yep,
this morning
yep.
at 10 o'clock. So if you come back Wednesday mornings at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, she's on there with Miss Julie doing her readings. Or next week she'll be on Tuesday and Wednesday. So definitely go to Miss Bonnie. And when you go, make sure you subscribe. She just got over 100. She's trying to work on her next goal. So go ahead and make sure you subscribe. And she likes when you comment on her things to let her know what she's going. But she's a really in depth. Like you really see her working in on them cards.
Yes.
On
Yes.
love. This is a person, like I said, she love like I hate love. Okay.
Yeah. She's about the only one in our group that really loves to give a love reading. It's amazing. So, and she's good, folks. She's good. Yes. So there's the
It's like
QR
being
code.
stabbed in the eye.
So for Cami, what do you got for Cami?
Oh wait, can you put her question back up? I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, the loss of the foundation. Oh Lord. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's too much. I'm just gonna ask what's for your greatest and highest good. I can't even get into that. This is just way too much. Oh, then the other thing said anything for me Life, love, relationship, career, family, business. What is God removing from my life in order to give me? Let me think, Miss Kimmy. Ironically, the song that I'm hearing is "Let It Go" by the Frozen song "Let It Go." They're wanting you to. So when you say the foundation is dropping, you make it seem like it's dropping and it's going to drop you down into a deep pit or a hole or some kind of place that is barren where you're not going to have any way out. They're saying the foundation is faulty anyway. It isn't a stable foundation, and so what they're doing is tearing it down to rebuild, but you get to decide what kind of foundation it was. So, like the old foundation was something that was put there by the experiences that you had in your life. So, that's where you were. Now, you get to build your foundation based on how you want it to be. You decide what you want your foundation to be. I want it to be truth. I want it to be honesty. I want it to be knowledge. I want it to be whatever it is that you want it to be. You get to build that foundation. But what they're saying is let it go. You're holding on to those things too much. The full moon is coming up. Go ahead and release those things that no longer serve you. I release doubt. I release anger. I release depression. I release resentment. All those things that you're holding on to, they're saying go ahead and release them. Listen, every full moon, I release these fat cells like they can just go ahead and go burst right on the scene. I release them every single full moon. All these fat cells that are no longer serving me. So go ahead and release those things that no longer serve you. It doesn't matter what they are. You don't have to ask them what they are. You could just go ahead and acknowledge that they're leaving, but understand that there may be some emotions tied to that. Today, when I was extremely emotional and I wanted to be teary eyed, I finally worked through those emotions and understood what they were. But on the times that I don't understand what they are, I acknowledge, oh, okay, you're acting irrational today, Angie. This is your normal right here. You're either on the extreme this way or you're on the extreme this way. So something is being released. I acknowledge that it's being released. I tell the universe, I thank you for whatever it is that you're taking away. I release you and I let you go so that I can move forward in a positive light. I don't ask them what it is. I don't care what it is. Just go ahead and go. Let it be gone. That's one less thing. Listen, every time I release something, I lose about 10 ounces. So just keep on taking it. Go ahead and take it. Everything that I don't need. So go ahead and release those things that are no longer serving you or that are holding you back. You don't have to identify them. You don't have to give a list like I did, but go ahead and release those things. Make that list of the things that you want to get rid of, burn it, and let it go with the full moon. Don has a full moon ritual video. I'm pretty sure he'll put the the QR code up shortly. But go ahead and look at that full moon video and then do what it says to do in there. Release those things. You have to go ahead and let those bonds go. You don't have to know what it is that they're taking away. You already know that something is being gone. So just let it go. Like I literally tell my universe or my guides or however you want to put it. I thank you for whatever it is that you're taking away. I'm gonna go ahead and move forward in light. I have gratitude for what it is that you're replacing it with or how you're allowing me to move forward. And I just keep it moving. I don't have to be like, well, what is it that you're taking? Is it anger? Is it resentment? It could be all of those things, or it could be none of those things. You don't always have to know. And in this life, we're not always going to know. That is a frustration that I had to get over. And it took me a long time to get over. You're not always going to know what it is. Sometimes you just got to move forward and just be like, it is what it is. Maybe I'll find out on the back end, or maybe I won't find out at all, but I still have to move forward. So allow those things to leave. Regarding your career, they show me you with your head down. You're not confident in what you're doing. You're not confident in applying for jobs, and you're not confident in your interviews when you go out because you keep your head down and you need to have direct eye contact and you need to know the authority of what it is. So whatever job it is that you're applying for, it needs to be something that you have knowledge of or that you enjoy doing. And so you're not standing on the authority that you have. Again, that's a false narrative that was built on a foundation for you that made you think that you were less than or you were not good enough. And so what they're saying is you need to find that commitment and find that confidence in yourself to move forward. So that's why your career is a little bit stalled or you're not moving forward as fast as you want to. You need to find that confidence in you so that when you interview or when you speak to people, you speak from your gut. from your heart, from where you know that that information is flowing. That's what you need to do. I don't have anything on love, but on finances, they're showing me money. So there's a well, there's money falling into a well, but there's no water in it. For me, water is that thing that would have made it that would have made it transform, or would have given it its power, like water scrying, or water, however you would do it to manifest with water. You don't have any water in your well. Your well is dry, and so your coins are popping out, which means that you're losing money. Is how they're showing it to me. Dang, that was a weird way to show me that your money is leaving. Usually they just show me little dollar bills with wings on it, but your well is drying up and you're aware of it. And they're saying, what did you do to prevent this? Did you open the top to allow rain to come in order to fill your well back up? What did you do in order to fill your well, because it is running dry, and now you're a little bit desperate because you're about to be in a famine? And so they're saying, again, for the career, get the confidence. For the money, you got to figure out how to get that well, get that water back in that well, how to build the money up, because you allowed this to happen. You can ask for help. You can ask your spirit guides. Again, like I told the last person, how do I get from here, a place of lack, to a place of prosperity, or to a place where I'm moving forward and I'm building instead of taking away, because your money is disappearing. So that's what I got.
One thing I got for you is continue with your metaphysical work. Make sure that it becomes priority one, stays priority one, because if you don't focus on it, then it goes away. So again, stay with your metaphysical work. The other thing that I'm getting is you need to take a trek to a place that I know from Texas, and it's I used to call it the temple, but it's like Sri Manasik Temple, something like that. It's Manakshi Temple. It's an amazing temple in Pearland, Texas. I'm being drawn to tell you to go there, to take a visit there, and visit the temple and get the benefits from the temple, and like just go there and spend a few days of connecting. Are you still here, by the way?
I don't know. She stopped commenting. Kimmy, I just gave you a bomb reading. You better be in here. You better give me a thumbs up.
Yeah, I assumed that she was responding to some of the things you were saying, so I assumed that. Anyway, I'm being told that you needed to go to.
Oh, she said yes, I'm still here.
So does that ring a bell to you, Kemi? Why have you been to that temple for some reason, or why I'm being drawn to tell you about the temple? Have you been to that temple previously?
Who could it be that she needs to change her belief system?
No, because I'm actually seeing the temple. It's like 6 different layers. It's kind of like a Mayan temple. It's kind of like, it looks like that, but it's not. It's a really cool temple. They're showing me an amazing temple, but again, it's the environment. It's like a recharging of the batteries for the psychic. Are you psychic? Are you into the metaphysical? Because I'm getting that you are.
Cammy, now I know you can type faster than I could have typed 5 different paragraphs in the time it's taking you to answer our questions. Come on now.
So you do live in Texas. Pearland is not far. Okay. Super. That makes sense then. Okay. So yeah, find your way to that temple.
Oh, yeah, she's a psychic too.
Yeah. And so that's part of your questioning, I think, is that you're kind of, again, your world is under, you feel like your world is under a psychic attack. You feel like you're under attack, and it's like all the foundational things are coming at you. But you again, stay focused and work your way through this. First and foremost, I would be doing a gold Christ-light protection bubble around me. And for those of you who don't know what to do, and I'll explain to you as Kemi, this is for you, but it's for everybody else too. If you feel like you're being attacked psychically, you're feeling like you're under a great pressure from people attacking you in many different ways. It doesn't have to be psychic, by the way. It can be any attack. Visualize either a ball of gold, or take a plate of gold or whatever, and expand it, visualize expanding it, and then step into it. So make sure that if it's a plate, then turn it into like a cloth and put the cloth around you. But make sure you're totally encompassed with it. And that protection will keep the negative energies away. It's like a barrier, it protects you. And so allow that protection to come through and keep you protected. And I would be doing that around you right now. Again, I feel like you're really getting bombarded with a lot of stuff. So Your career is great. However, well, okay, because I was getting something. I'm getting hit that it isn't. I'm getting. Well, anyway, I won't go there.
I didn't get good on a career either, Don. I didn't get that the career was great either.
No. So I'm getting something different, you know. So, but anyway, I'm getting the fact that your life is again shaky. There's a lot of stuff going on, and you feel like you're under attack. Is what I was getting. And if that is the case, then my confidence above 10 low.
No,
Well, hey,
then maybe I wasn't reading you because that's not how they showed me you. They
Yeah.
showed me you with your head down.
yeah. So I don't know. What I'm getting is I feel like you're under. I feel like a feeling of attack and feeling under attack. And I think you need to go. I mentioned the temple. Maybe then this isn't for
And
you.
this is my thing. People don't ask questions about things that are going well. You wouldn't have asked me about your career if it was going as great as you would. You said, "Can I get some on career and finance?" I think that you ask people when people ask those questions is because it's not going well. But again, you said everything is fine, so I guess so. Or maybe you lack confidence in the readings because she did say she was psychic, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we lack confidence in the readings. Like when I first started doing readings, I was very unsure as to whether I was going along on the right way. And that's when spirit started giving me goosebumps to let me know you are moving forward in the right direction. And so I would have the confidence to know without wondering based on the person I was reading, the sitter's reaction to what I was saying. And so it could be that you just need to build up your confidence by practicing and doing more readings or whatever it is, or however you do your psychic abilities in order to get a little bit more confidence in that. So that's what it could be. But they did show me you with your head down. But if you say your confidence is on 10, I believe.
Well, and the only other thing I got for you, and I've already apparently didn't quite get this one right. But I did get the location, so that's good. I get picked up something. But I do feel again the energy of attack with you. But Michael, who is Michael? Why is Michael coming through? Is there a Michael in your life? Is there a Michael in your life? Because I'm getting a Michael. And is Michael well? Angels will fly says it's possible the attack hasn't started yet. Oh, that's true. It could be maybe because I could be seeing something coming at her. But I do feel it. It's like a really wicked.
Well, no, she said that her foundation was being taken from up under her. So I feel like that's a part of it.
I know. Kimmy, is there a Michael? Does the Michael ring a bell? Is he part of your life in some way? And is he well? Are you still here? The delay kills me. The delay kills me. Kills me, I say. Well, anyway, to take this, do what you will with our advice. Use it as you see fit. If you start feeling like you are under attack and some of the things that we projected maybe are coming your way, we don't know. But yeah. So anyway, all I can say is I wish you well.
Because we don't have the full story.
Yeah, exactly. Continue with your success and keep the confidence high. Absolutely. If you're a psychic and you're doing this kind of work, you have to have good confidence because you have to believe in yourself first and what you're saying before somebody else will. So maybe we lost her because the energy wasn't there. I don't know. But do me a favor, if you get this later.
Listen, I don't know you personally, so everything I said was what they was telling me. If you said it's not true, then that's between you and your guys and what they're telling me. I'm just saying.
Exactly. Well, mine was very specific. I'm guessing that if it hasn't happened, it's gonna. So hopefully she'll use the protection. That's what and anybody, if you feel like you're under attack in any part of your life and you want to protect, you visualize that protection around you, and you'll be surprised what it will do for you. As Angie's showing the cell line.
You can also take this and bash the problem.
Exactly.
I wouldn't recommend that. Just hold it and let it clear your head.
Exactly. Lord have mercy. Shoot.
We do not condone violence on this station.
Yes.
Do not do it.
I was going to ask her about her. No, it's just interesting. Yeah. Okay. We're just passing notes in class for you. Don't blame them for the notes content. Exactly. Who is next? Who is next?
All right. There was somebody who kept asking over and over again. This Catalina. We're not doing your best friend, but obviously they must have had another person. I mean, another question earlier. Because they said,
Oh, this is Montalova Kohler Catalina. Is that the
oh,
one?
it says career. Any messages you have or career. At like 2009, they put career. Are you still here? Good night, angels. Oh, it is pretty late there. It's almost midnight.
Hey, good night, angels. Thanks for popping in.
Oh gosh, that's what I was gonna say on the last thing. I'm going to Tallahassee next weekend. I need some good places to go eat or some ideas about where to go eat. The best that I got so far is at the what's the name of their little market down there or their grocery store, Publix. They keep telling me that they got some good cream of chicken and white soup. So that's the first place I'm going. And that their subs are good. So that's the first place I'm going to have me some lunch. But also I need some good places to go eat in Tallahassee.
I have to ask Ed if he knows anything.
And some places that might be a large thing because there's a lot of us going to my niece's graduation, so we'll probably go to dinner afterwards. So a nice good, big place, and she may know some places. But is Tallahassee short small? She said it wasn't that big.
It's a community. It's a university town, right? So it's mostly
she goes
just
to FAMU.
yeah.
Yeah, she said it was small, so she was like, "Well, it won't matter like what hotel you pick or blah blah blah. It ain't gonna be far from where you're going." So maybe she'll probably know a couple places to go. Anyway.
She probably will. Yep.
All right. Yes, Terry T. I will be posting those travel vlogs. Terry T. Love my videos. I'll be on there cracking up. I'll be cracking myself up, y'all. The next place I want to go is Jamaica. Like I really want to go to Jamaica.
You're doing a Stella Get Your Groove On or what? Didn't you go to Jamaica?
Somebody better be taking me to Jamaica.
Hey, come on, Stella went on her own and she wound up getting a man.
Listen, Stella, I can't do it. I need somebody already to lay on the beach with, and I don't want them to be the same. I don't want them to be a relative.
Oh my goodness.
My guys know I've been because everybody be like, "Oh, you need to take a break. You need to take a vacation." I already told my guys I'm tired of girls trips. I'm tired of family trips. I'm tired of let's go and have. Listen, I want a romantic vacation. So give me a romantic vacation, or I'm just gonna be working until you give me a romantic vacation. Like, what is the problem, people? Right. So there you go. And romantic would be somebody else paying.
That would work.
That's a sure way to get the romance started.
Exactly. Well, I think we may be done. I think we're about
Is
done.
that it? Nobody else is out here. All right, then.
I think so. So with that, I guess we're going to be out of here. Thank you, folks, for popping in. It's been nice. It's 2 hours. Well, that's not bad. It's very good, actually.
We did really good. Yeah.
And so when are you leaving for Tallahassee?
We leave Wednesday night, so I think we like have an overnight flight, and we get there early in the morning.
And she graduates Thursday or Friday?
She graduates on Friday afternoon, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
Graduation Friday afternoon.
I'm trying to remember when mine was from Texas A&M, but I can't recall. I know it was
Friday. I think at like 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we have so many different students that we had schools graduate from, like the School of Liberal Arts, the School of Political Science, whatever. The different schools did the different times.
Well, she had to take a summer class, and so we thought that they would just tack her on to like the winter commencement, that was coming up, or around that time. But they're having a special summer commencement, so that's another thing.
Nice.
I'm like, who graduates in August? People graduate in May.
Exactly. Well, that means it probably will be a smaller. It's probably better because then it's a smaller group, and therefore the city's not going to be inundated with so many people. So you probably could actually find accommodations better. So I don't know.
No, it's still rough out there.
Is it?
Like we've already been looking. The hotel that we're in, my daughter just decided that she was going to come and bring my granddaughter. And
Mhm.
the hotel is the rooms are all booked up. The Airbnb that we tried, the guy said he was taking it off the market or something like that. And every place around is full. Keena's doing a good job finding cars and stuff for to get around in, but as far as accommodations like hotels and stuff like that, it's been a bit
Oh wow,
of a hassle.
sounds like it. Sounds like it for sure.
So,
So.
oh well.
Well, with that said, we're out of here. Good night, everybody. Don't forget to um,
Like, share,
to do some cinnamon in your hand if you're looking for some economic benefit. So take some ground cinnamon in your hand, open that front door of your house, be outside and blow it into the house. Give yourself abundance. If you're having some issues with spirits, sage your house. Make sure you sage the house and get it cleaned of energy. If you want to, if you're thinking bad spirits are coming in, put some salt across the thresholds of your door. Make sure that they don't come in. Make sure they don't bring that mess into your house. The most important thing is your health and happiness and welfare. So do the things that you can do to make your life better from your point of view, and therefore maybe in so doing you help all those around you as well. So give that a try. Again, if you are looking for abundance, let's some ground cinnamon, blow it into the door. Make sure the door is open. And again, putting salt across the thresholds keeps the energy out.
You could. I keep a cinnamon stick. Like I said, I keep a cinnamon stick in my purse, like my big purse. There's one where I will put the change. Like if you drop change down in your inside of your purse, I have a cinnamon stick in there. And then I have one in my vehicle where I would put the change in there. If I have a cinnamon stick in there. So I mean, you can carry your cinnamon stick with you. Also, it's all abundance, and you
That's
can
true.
also do what we said. But I carry mine with me all the time.
Yep, and you can burn it for as well as just tasting it. You can burn it as well, which is nice.
You can
And
also
Kate
put
just,
it on toast with sugar and make cinnamon.
oh yes, I used to do it when I was a kid. Absolutely. Kay says, "Hey, just thought of you too. I passed the micro cert exam one time, like you told me. First time like you."
Exactly. Good. Exactly.
Exactly.
Congratulations. What does that do? What do you do with that micro cert? But congratulations. I don't even know what that is, Don. I have no
I don't
idea.
either, but congratulations. Exactly. Yeah, micro certification exam. So interesting.
Well, congratulations. I like it. I love when you come back and give us good news. You can come back all the time and give us good news.
Absolutely. It's always good to get the confirmation, right?
Do you
Absolutely.
have any big plans for the weekend, Don?
I don't think so. I think this weekend is kind of, well, I know Ed will have plans. We'll have something, but I don't.
Did you have a good time when you went to Louisiana?
Louisiana. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But it was so hot, so I didn't get out and walk a whole bunch. I walked and then Ubered. Walked and then Ubered
You know,
because
I
it
always
was
love
so
your
hot.
pictures. Ed posts the most fabulous pictures. I was just so jealous of all the food and all the stuff that you guys are posting. I was like, I'm so hungry looking at these pages right here.
Yeah, I tell you what, the food, the good. It's good because when we're there, we try things that we can't get elsewhere because Cajun and Creole food is just it's very unique to New Orleans. So
Listen. When we're there, yeah, get some good food. That's all I want.
exactly,
Good food. But good
exactly.
pastries too. I want everything. I'm just drinks, pastries, food. Just bring it on.
And then you can walk a lot and walk it off because the good thing is it's a walkable city.
Exactly, which
So
I love. I walk down. I was out at 5:30 this morning walking. I'm gonna be walking
and sweating like crazy. Yeah.
like a hooker in church.
Oh Lord. Well, with that said, we are out of here, folks. Good night again. Thank you so much for popping in. Thanks for don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons right as we roll out the door because that's what that's kind of our payment since we don't charge anybody. How's that?
Exactly. Just listen. That's how you pay us, and like, subscribe, shares, all that. That helps us get where we need to be.
Exactly. With that said, we're gone. Take care, everybody. Night night.
Bye.